Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons. This is your host, Craig Lloyd, and your Dungeon Master. Tonight, we're playing with Stephen Russell. Say hi,
Hello.
Stephen. Philip Arney.
Hello.
And Alyssa McKinney.
Hi.
Alright. Before we get started on recap, I want to talk... Oh, and January Lloyd's here, too. Say hi. Before we get to recap, I wanted to talk about house rules we're going to be using.
God.
So,
Oh no.
first one is team initiative. Basically, instead of rolling individual initiatives at the start of a battle, you guys will have a team initiative score, which is the average of all of your initiative modifiers, which right now I believe is 2. From Allie's 5, Phil's 1, and Steven's 0. And then, so you each side just has one d20 roll that they roll as a group for their initiative, and it basically decide which team goes first. And then on your guys' team turn, you guys can go in whatever order you decide. And this is just basically going to encourage like teamwork and coordination. There's also healer's kit dependency. On short rests, you can spend hit dice to regain hit points, but you are going to be someone's going to have to expend a use of a healer's kit on you first, and so you guys are going to have to make sure you stay up on healer's kits if you want to.
Would that require one healer's kit per person or per rest for
It'd be probably one use. We'll do per person just to make it make sense for now. But each healer's kit starts with 15 uses, so. There's also a special critical table we're gonna use, and so if somebody crits, if the number they roll from the crit would still hit the creature, it counts as a critical. Otherwise, it's just a regular hit. And then you roll another d20 to see what special effect you get from the critical table, or what special effect the enemy gets on you when they critical. And then there's another table for if you critically fail. So,
spicy.
And then last of all, with flanking, if before flanking is active on a creature you guys are fighting, someone will have to hit it first, and then regular flanking rules apply basically after that. I think that's all of the house rules. Is everyone clear and understanding of how those work? Have any questions?
I have no idea what any of that means, so. Yep.
I mean, do you remember the first battle?
Yes.
And at the beginning, everyone had to roll an initiative to see who goes first. Instead, you guys will just roll 1 dice.
No, I understand that one.
From
that point on.
Healer's kits, so there's short rests and long rests. Short rests, you can spend hit dice, which is the hit dice number you have on your sheet, and you can use those to regain hit points during short rest. A short rest is an hour long. A long rest basically just regains everything back and gives you back hit dice.
I mean, but I also have Song of Rest, which is for short rest.
Right. So that means that'll what does that do? Adds extra D6 onto it.
Or maybe D8.
So she have to use a healer's kit for Song of Rest.
Well, Song
That's
of
what I'm
Rest is
saying,
when you spend hit dice, you get extra hit points back.
Yeah. So if you guys plan on spending hit dice, you'll use a healer's kit, and then you can play Song of Rest, and you guys will get extra hit dice back, or extra D6 or whatever back.
I want to say it's D8, but it could be D6 right now too.
And then
D6.
there's a special critical table, and we'll handle that when somebody crits. And then the only addition to the flanking rule is that someone has to have hit the creature first with a melee attack before the regular rules apply. Does that all make kind of sense?
Sure, whatever.
Alright. Second thing I wanted to address was items. There's some items that you guys have that we hadn't gotten to in the first session. First of all, Phil, your item that you got from Sealy Corp, who you have your Archfey packed through. What the item that they gave you is like, it's sort of like the beacon. You know that you're pretty sure that they can like locate you with it, and it's the way that they're able to contact you and find you when they need you and stuff like that. And you derived some of your powers through it. So if you're not wearing it, then your power you don't have access to your warlock spell casting.
So is it like a necklace? Or?
No, it is it's a like finger armor basically that goes on your index finger, and it actually has a picture of it. But it looks like a dragon. It's made of jade.
So it's a stone dragon.
Yeah, it's like a jade dragon. And there's actually at the knuckle there's a dragon head, and then there's another dragon body coming out, and at the tip there's another dragon head.
Does it come off?
Yeah, you can take it off if you want to. But it's also it's a magic item, so it's automatically like fitted to your finger, but it doesn't take him an attunement slot.
Oh, okay.
So I can put it on and cast warlock spells?
No.
Okay.
It's keyed to him. You haven't signed you could there's certainly sign a contract. I'm sure they're hiring. You should check it out if you're interested.
That's like my
What should I call it? Beacon?
Sealy Beacon?
Sealy Beak?
The Great Stone Dragon.
Yeah, whatever you named it, they didn't give it a name.
Finger Beacon.
Finger Dragon.
Also, Alyssa, you have what armor? You wearing studded leather armor? Your studded leather armor is glamored studded leather armor.
Glamored.
Yeah, and it's a special like magic ability that can be on armor or an item, and it makes it so you can magically manifest like your outfit to look any way you want. You had that from your barding days, like when it's useful when you're doing performances and performing for people
Right,
to be able to
because
do
I'm an entertainer.
quick outfit changes and stuff, right?
Yeah, so you could be like a pauper on the street and then walk into a fancy ballroom and be like, bing, and be like wearing a dope dress.
You play two characters in a thing. Though I think there's like it's an action to do it if we're talking about like battle and stuff like that. So we'd have to look at it. And then Aldrune, the cleric, has this like religious artifact that you were entrusted with. Probably, I don't know, it was a while ago. By a higher up in your order. He as he was like laying on his deathbed, he bequeathed this to you. I don't remember what his name was. You'll have to tell me. But it's a little like leather pouch, and inside of it there's a bunch of little bones, and you know that they're the finger bones. They're supposedly the finger bones of Glob. It's what you were told. So there's like an ancient religious like artifact, icon, relic, and you were entrusted with it to keep watch over them.
Oh my!
You were shocked the first time you used them during like a prayer ritual that you heard voices coming out of them.
All right.
But in a language that you didn't understand.
Strange.
Like in tongues.
I ain't learned tongues then.
What languages do you speak?
I speak Common and Dwarven.
Oh yeah, it's neither of those. Alright. So
or
there...
is there like...
So Glob was like an actual physical
Yeah, voices
person?
when you pray. You hear voices when you
I
pray.
get that, but is it like in your world, is there other languages besides just kind of the normal ones?
I don't know.
Like
There's lots of languages.
Like dog speak or
sure, there's
whatever.
tons of different languages.
Okay.
I mean, you're no linguist or anything.
Right.
I mean, are you? I don't know.
As
You
a
have history,
Nope.
proficiency or anything?
As a tiefling, I would know Infernal, right?
Yeah, I believe so. That's one. think that's one of the ones
Yeah, it comes with
that you start with, your racial one.
No, I'm not good with history. +0.
Okay, so last time You guys were started off. You were ambushed by some Dodo bandits, the Dodo Triads.
Yep.
They tried to shake you down. You ended up shaking them up pretty good.
Yep.
As they were bailing, they said wasn't the last you'd seen of them. So maybe you have some new enemies now. As you were continuing towards Shan Village along the mountains, you almost lost Mitchell the pack mule when part of the path you guys were walking on collapsed out from underneath him. And afterwards, you guys found a totem, a little totem.
I named it Goblin Totem.
Yeah, very goblin-esque looking. Kind of scaly, almost reptilian, kind of. But like with a monkey face almost. You guys found that totem, continued on to Shan Village. You arrived, it's like afternoon, mid-afternoon. You saw the schoolhouse. You saw some little kids peeking at you. They obviously don't get cool looking villagers or adventurers and visitors like you guys. You guys distinctly look like some so you have heavy blue armor, bulldog, Raiju with the gray skin, white hair, gray horns, and then what kind of clothes are you wearing? Studded leather. And then what are you wearing? The panda. Cardi B.
I'm wearing my studded leather armor, which is colored to match my fur skin.
Okay. Yeah, they can see. I mean, you guys are like all heavily armed and armored, and you look badass. So the kids who were gawking at you as you came in. Shortly after that, you met She, the Pangolin sheriff. He introduced himself. You asked him. You told him that you were here looking for unicorns. And he was like, "There's an enchanted forest below."
That's right.
He's like, "There's probably some sort of like." That's where I think you would find unicorns, but he doesn't know anything about that. He said you should maybe speak to Lao Lao, the witch, though, who lives up on the hill. He pointed up to, up there.
Yeah.
Those shacks up there. She would probably, if anybody in the village knew about it, she would probably know about it. He said, yeah, don't forget to stop by Rita's kitchen, grab some grub, maybe stop by the general store. Hit some up. We can board you. There's a boarding house.
Do we have money?
I think
Very
we have
little.
14.
Yeah,
We have 13 gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't you give one to the dude still?
I think you mean
Right before they all ran away. Yeah, you have however much you guys have. 13, I believe. But he's like, he was encouraging you to go and drop money places. He's like, we love adventurers.
I mean, one gold
We'll
should
take good
probably
care of you.
suffice to feed us all three.
So, yeah, and after that, he walked away, went back to his shack, which is right across the street from the school. You guys stand, you're right down to...
By the blue building, right? In the center?
Right.
Or in the, like, the town square looking area?
Yeah, you guys are right down there.
Are you pointing at something?
Is it popping up on your screen? No. It's not.
You're on computer.
I mean, it should pop up the DM if the DM does that.
Oh, I see.
You guys are standing right here,
Okay.
and she just went back into this building right here.
Right.
And pointed, he said Lala lives up there.
Like the sheriff's office
Yeah.
or whatever.
And this is the school building. You guys came along a path over here, down a slope, right into this, right here next to the school. And now you're standing right there.
Okay.
What's the plan?
These are tiered rice patties around us?
Yep, these are rice patties all around you. You're on the side of a giant mountain.
Do we want to mosey around town, or do we want to just get to business?
you'd either.
Alright.
Wait, how long have we been traveling?
Since
days,
the
right?
last village, it's been about a week's hike.
Oh, dude, we need to go get some food.
Food.
Real food.
Right.
Yeah.
How many rations do you guys have right now on you?
I have
Oh,
5 days
between
of
y'all.
rations.
You have 5 days? You don't have any? You have any?
Unless the Explorer's Pack comes with them, then I do have some.
It might come with some.
I think it does.
Yeah. Figure out how many you guys have, because that'll be important.
5. Let's create food and water.
Yeah, leave your sister alone. Just let her play with it, it's fine.
I have 10 days. Well, if it's been a week, then I have half of my rations left.
Wait, so are we calculating by how many
No,
days?
starting right now is how
Okay,
many you have.
so I've got 10.
Okay. 10, 5,
5.
5. So 10, 5, 5 divided by 3.
Yeah. So we have like 6 days worth.
Yeah, so what do you guys do?
We're gonna get some food
Okay.
from the tavern.
Yeah, Rita's.
Just sniff around. What's everyone's perception? Passive perception.
17.
Perception.
Yeah. So it'd be 10 plus your perception score.
The very bottom of your skills.
13.
Mm-hmm.
13.
Right.
Wait.
And yours was
17.
17.
Yeah.
You smell it
So
immediately. You can smell a whiff in the air.
Oh, I was smelling it when we walked into
What's
town.
definitely delicious, tasty food. Whipping in the air. You follow your nose around to it. You guys go around the schoolhouse. It leads you out here past this courtyard, past these buildings, and over here to these no, my bad. Down over here, you can step down. And there's this little path along here.
Oh, tight.
You guys follow it along here and come around, and there's a courtyard under here, and there's like tables and stuff, and there's an entrance into the first floor of this building with the red and bluish roofs. You can see there's like a top floor, and there's another little extension on that. You guys walk in, you hear music. This song playing out of an old jukebox, so it's all like extra lo-fi and fucked up sounding, and it's just this big open space. There's tables arranged everywhere. There's a counter in the back, and you can see behind the counter there's the wall, but behind the wall on the wall there's a window, and you can see there's a kitchen on the other side of that wall.
What's that quality about, guys?
And as you guys are walking in, you're greeted by this
What's this quality about?
big, robust lady. Walks up to you, a half cat lady with black hair. She walked up to you, and she has tattoos all over her body. You see from like head to toe. She has like all sorts of different tattoos. Her entire body's a canvas, even like on her forehead,
On her fur?
a couple on her face. I mean, she's half elf, so she only has like the ears
Oh, okay.
and the tail and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
And then on her regular skin, she has just tattoos all over it. She's wearing this like red floral dress with like a low cleavage, and then she also has an apron on over it. And as you walk in, you can see she has a cigarette hanging out of her mouth, and one like pretty big mole on her face with a couple long whiskers hanging off of it. You walk in, her eyes open up wide, and she says, "Hello, welcome to Rita's.
I whisper
Are you hungry?"
to Raiju.
Raiju?
Why are you whispering? What are you
Say,
saying?
Hey, maybe you can get a good deal. And I cast guidance on him.
What are we gonna put? We haven't even.
Come over here, sit down. She takes you over to a table. She says, "So, are you hungry? You're just thirsty?"
Yeah,
I
let's get
unbuckle my sword and lay it down because it was uncomfortable to sit with it, like on the floor.
Yeah, I can take that in the back for you if you want me to.
It's all right.
No? Okay.
No,
All right.
that's fine.
Okay.
Three
Yep.
specials going on?
3 specials, alright. I hope you have lots of money to spend, okay? You spend a lot of money here, okay? And she goes off to the back. She yells you can hear her yelling in the back at her cook to like get some stuff ready. Gotta feed a table. As you guys look around, I mean, there's like it's a big open area. It's really hot here, even on the mountain up here, like this high elevation. So you guys are all like pretty sweaty and stuff. There's a couple of their patrons here. There's this like big, sweaty, greasy-looking guy like hunched over. He looks like he's asleep. There's a pig, like he looks like he's eating a sandwich. He's just like not even paying attention to anything. A second later, Rita comes back out. She has this big platter she's carrying. She puts it on the table, and there's basically a giant pile of fried rice, and there's a big fried fish in the middle of it, and then all around the sides of the rice there's like chopped up like tomatoes and cucumbers and onions and stuff, and there's like she puts a bottle down. You can see in the bottle there's like some sort of like clearish liquid and there are a bunch of peppers sitting at the bottom of the bottle. She says, fried fish. It's fresh. We just got it this morning. All right. Who is it? Come on. You pay me money.
How much do we owe you?
You plus tip or just?
Steven's not holding money. Okay. So.
Yes.
Is it Rita? Rita, is it?
Yes, my name is Rita.
So Rita, I'm an entertainer. I'm pretty well known. I don't know if you've heard of me. So.
I probably haven't.
I was thinking I could provide my services as an entertainer for.
Who are you? You
for
said I've heard
lodging
of you.
and
Who?
food.
What is your name?
I'm Bikali Almanzar.
What was it?
Bikali.
Beverly? Becky Lee?
Yeah, close enough.
Okay.
Can you plug
So
it in?
you are what?
Yeah,
What do you do? You
upstairs
dance?
next to the coffee table.
You play? You a drummer?
I dance and perform music. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, yeah, you just have to audition sometime.
Audition?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not just gonna let you
I say,
play.
yeah, she's great, and I tap her on the shoulder and cast guidance.
Okay.
It's a thank you, Lou.
I mean, I have by popular demand, so it says I can always find
Ooh, spicy.
a place to perform
Mm.
at an inn or a tavern.
You hear in the back, and you look over at the window. There's an octopus with like a white like bandana wrapped around his head. And you hear him go, and Rita looks over her shoulder. She says, "One moment, okay?" And she goes back and he whispers in her ear, and she's like, she looks back and she's
Perception
like,
check.
And they're whispering to each other, and she comes back. She says, "Belkali Amansar, it's so good to have you here." And she goes over to you and grabs your face and starts giving you kisses on either your cheek.
Yep, that's right, Rita.
Wow, I can't believe we have a star in the house tonight. Oh my god. Yes, play something right now, please.
What's up, Boo?
Okay. Sure, totally, yeah, I'll perform for you guys.
Okay. What do you perform?
Well, food first, ma'am, please.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yes, okay. Later you will perform.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay, I will. Just for you, though.
I give
just
her a
for
gold
you. I don't
piece.
like the way these two look,
give
but
her
I like
Gold
you.
piece for a tip.
I like you. I like you too. Okay. And she bites it and sticks it in her pouch. And she says, I have a room open, the boarding house right next door. I own that. I own a lot of stuff here. And she says, I have a room for you guys there. Don't worry about finding a place to sleep tonight, okay?
Thanks,
Okay, Rita's gonna take care of you, okay?
You're a doll.
Gives you a little cheek on your, pinch on your jowl and like tugs on it a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys eat. Okay, I'll just be right over here. And she comes. I'm right over here. And she goes back and she actually goes back around and goes back into the kitchen out of sight.
To squee back there with Octopus Man.
She's like probably scheming about all the money she's gonna make from this event.
I
Yes,
like that.
it is.
But we need some money
She
anyway.
said yes, Dad.
So you guys are all sitting there eating. You got a big platter of fried fish, and
Ooh.
garlic fried rice there sitting in front of you. All the helpings and
Amity.
sides.
So
Good
pretty.
What am I eating with?
I got
My messy
Ooh.
Your
hands
hands.
or my hands?
I don't know. You eat whatever you want.
What's on the table? Did she give us?
There's a platter of fish with
That's
rice,
it? Okay, well, I'd get my backpack
Some
and pull out my fork.
veggies, and then a bottle of
Spicy drink?
Ooh,
pepper
a
drink.
pretty
You sniff it.
diamond.
You give it a sniff.
Wow,
And,
the color.
yeah, it's definitely
the way-
hella vinegary, spiced
Ooh,
vinegar.
where's pretty?
Oh,
Ooh, moon diamond.
it's a sauce for the.
And as he's daintily grabbing his stuff out, I'm just.
Yeah, the fish is
Shoving
hella.
it.
It's a whole fish and it's super deep
This
fried. It
one.
has like 3 long slashes alongside before they fried it. You can see them. They've like opened up and it's like
I'm kinda
super
like,
crispy on the
Ping,
outside.
ping, like deflecting their hands as they're trying to get to like my section of the plate.
Yeah, I mean it has bones and stuff, so you know,
My bones and all.
but you guys are used. This is how it's usually served. You always fry the whole fish.
So finish up here. Check. We need to check back when we need to be back for your performance.
Sorry, I just got excited because I realized my AC is super high.
Rita, you see Rita come back out. She says, "Is everything okay? Can I get you anything else?
Oh, it's good.
You got any more money you want to
Great,
spend
great,
here?"
great, and I nudge.
Everybody ate
Bow,
it. They
I
turned
see.
away for
Bow.
food.
What's your
It's-
name?
Valcali.
Valcali.
Ah.
Valcali. Hey. When do we need to be back? Talk to Rita.
Daddy.
Oh yes, I want to actually plan a very big event for your performance.
Oh
Okay.
yeah. All right. Rita.
So come back tomorrow and talk to me about it tomorrow, and I'll tell you the details. I gotta, move and shake some things around.
Sounds good, Rita. I'm all for it.
I'm sure we'll see you before tomorrow.
Okay.
It's
Call me for dinner.
Oh yes, the boarding room.
It's like
Like I said, she
Everybody
points and you
waited.
see there's like
jelly
a
of
level
day.
up, and there's
Cut
this
it.
big building.
That's a
This one
microphone
right here.
for her.
'Cause you guys are in this building down here. And she points up here to this building and says, she says, on the bottom floor, my husband Rogelio.
Okay,
He,
everybody
He's,
says it
he's in there.
food.
We have a general store there / thrift shop. So
High five.
be sure to
Store.
check it out, okay? And she says, talk to him. He'll give you the keys to the room, okay? All right.
It's
It's
that
probably gonna be
scary
now, right?
room.
Yes, I'd like to get out of this armor.
Oh, are we gonna go talk to the witch without armor on?
You look outside, and it's only a little bit after.
That's
It's only
okay.
been like
Sometimes these
you guys were there
people,
eating probably for an
it's
hour,
so creepy.
basically.
Or should we pick up the key
They
later
saw
and get the
babies
witch?
with
I want to go take
What?
off his armor.
Is it
I already said
iPad?
what I want to go do.
Alright, let's go.
Sure.
It's hot, okay?
Rogelio.
I'm
These are
old
babies,
and super
Mom.
fat. I need to get out of this once in a
Look,
while.
Dad,
It's
these
been a
are
week
babies.
straight where I was just been wearing it.
These are baby witches.
Okay, so you
Pretty
guys,
ripe.
you guys
Dad,
go.
mommy, these are baby witches.
You guys leave the shop. You see there's little stairs that you can go up straight up over here to where the thrift store is, and so you realize like the rooms for board are actually it's the second level. And you walk into the door of the thrift store, and a bell rings as you open the door, and it closes back behind you. And the entire you can't even see anything. There's just junk. There's just shelves right there on either side of the door, just filled to the brim with junk. And you see it goes back
So much
and it
baby
turns.
witches.
As you make your way through, there's just
Oh,
it's more like a hoarder's house. It's like if a hoarder went and got a bunch of shelves to hoard on.
oh.
to pretend like they were curating it for like in the inside of the shop. So as you make your way through the maze of hoarded stuff, you come out at the end of it, and there's a desk covered with stuff on the sides and stuff, and then there's a door going out this way out of the shop, and there's a stairs
my babies.
ascending upwards through a doorway to the left of the desk, and sitting behind the desk is a
The wizard's home, Dad. What is
tiny
the wizard's
little
home?
gnome man
Dad, you're
with
the
a,
wizard's
like a
home.
pointy red hat.
What?
He has a big white salt and pepper mustache and a long
Dad,
pointy
you is the wizard's home.
beard, and
Daddy.
he what?
That's the wizard's home.
Okay.
That's a baby wizard.
And he greets you as you walk
That's
in,
her diamond.
and asks what he can do to help you
Give her
in a
diamond.
very squeaky little voice. It's very high pitched.
We were sitting here by your wife, I think. I don't remember what Rita by Rita.
And he nods in agreement. Yeah, sure.
Check.
So you can tell.
So we can get a room on the house.
Anybody
He
in
says
the
he looks
time
at you.
to check.
He does a. You can tell he's doing an insight check on you, and he's like, okay.
Oh, little cool baby.
And he
A man
you,
of glob.
yeah. You see him reach into the desk, pulls out some keys, and throws them to you.
How much would a room be to rent?
He tells you that they're usually like, I don't know, like 3 or 4 silver a night, depending on which room you get.
Okay, thank you.
You get a better rate if you buy.
Oh yeah,
longer
it's
per night,
okay,
obviously.
Tina.
So do you guys want to? Well, I want to go up there and get rid of this armor.
The keys he gave you, there's a little there's a piece of tape attached to the key ring that has like a piece of paper inside of it, and then they wrote on it number 4.
Okay, let's go through number 4.
You go up there, and yeah, there's a dank, moist hallway. There's some windows though there's a big window at the end of it, so there's some sort of airflow going through. It just seems to be totally moist around this like humid area. You go past the rooms to room number 4, and you open it, and it's a pretty meager looking room, but there's a bunk bed, and there's another bed, and there's chests at the end of either beds. There's also a dresser, and then there's a changing screen, and a lamp like that stands in the corner for lighting the room, and there's a ceiling fan.
I say, Phil, excuse me. I go behind the changing screen.
Is there any sort of water anywhere?
Not inside of the room.
Okay. Forgot to ask where we hose ourselves off somewhere. So we go back out to
Go check with Rogelio.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna go
Rogelio.
talk to.
He tells you, he points you around out the door that was to the right of his desk, and as you go out there, you see there's like a bunch of stalls with like like at a lake or something. Like there's showers. There's like public showers basically.
yeah, I'm gonna go drop my daggers off and fully clothed, just turn it shower in my armor. Doing laundry and cleaning the bar.
2 for 1. 2 birds, 1 stone.
Well, he's getting out of this armor because that takes 5 minutes, right?
Yeah. Hastily doing it takes 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm. So you guys all take showers and
Drop up your stuff.
Yeah, I get fresh.
you drop off your stuff at the room.
I'm gonna keep my my finger thing and my staff, but I'll leave the daggers behind in the room.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep all my stuff except for my armor.
You guys don't get murdered. The village isn't overrun by bandits or anything.
Oh well.
I mean, it's been pretty chill so far.
So far.
Been here for an hour and a half.
Tight. I'm also worried that Rogelio will take my stick when we're gone. He's a weirdo and a hoarder.
And these are just plain daggers, so.
I said I'm just worried. I don't know. It's a
Wow.
new place.
Who
I'm not
hurt
trustworthy.
Who hurt you? This kind man.
Me.
They gave you his
I
wife
mean,
just gave you a
Rita-
free room.
For
You over here
money,
questioning.
she's going to make money.
Right. I mean, burritos seem a little schemy.
It isn't schemy. You gotta be schemy. It's a virtue.
Can I spend an hour and use turn a gold piece into 10 silver pieces?
Sure.
And can I make a copy of this key?
That's a channel. That's your channel divinity.
That's my channel
right?
divinity.
But you have one use of that per day.
Per short rest.
Per short rest. My bad. You're right. Yeah, sure. What did you transform?
I just want some silver pieces, so I don't have to go throwing gold around.
Okay, so you take
Well, I was gonna
some
say
of
we
your
could have
gold
just
pieces.
gone to Rohelia and get a change.
I don't know if they do change. I don't know.
He likes to do his magic stuff.
Oh, okay.
I mean, the knights have to be paid for it in silver anyway, so I'm sure you guys change for gold.
Well, anyways, do your magic.
So
Yeah.
you take a gold piece and you sit there for an
2.
hour. 2 gold pieces. You sit there for an hour over them, and they like magically generate into 2 gold pieces worth of silver pieces.
20 silver.
Mm-hmm.
If that's how gold and stuff works. Or
Yeah,
gold.
yeah, it's 10, 10, 10.
Nope.
Then yeah.
So yeah, now that I'm out of my armor, I'm basically in leather, like canvas pants, brown canvas pants, and I've got basically like a tabard style thing on with the part with the glob cross
Uh-huh.
ain't green.
Okay.
It's now some, instead of blue man, you're brown man.
And you guys, you just dropped off your
My
your
bag.
backpacks
Yeah,
and stuff like
I
that.
was just like, I don't need to belt a dagger right now.
Oh, I've got my backpack on me still.
Oh,
I
okay.
just left the armor is still there.
Okay.
And I go to Rohelio, and I drop off a couple of silver pieces.
Okay.
Say thanks for the room.
He bites them and gives you a wink.
Alright. Do we need anything from the stores or off to the witch?
Off to the witch.
Seems like it's
The
gonna
store
take
will
some
be
time
there.
to get all the way up that hill.
The witch?
Not too far.
Yeah, I mean you just walk back around.
But what,
this
like
way.
half a mile?
Not even that.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that. Yeah, you just walk around the building out of here, and then you see there's some steps leading up to this one, and there's a wide path, or a decent path along one of the terraces, and you guys take it around. Move out of the way, girl. Come out around over here, and you see there's some steps over here that go along the side of the rice paddies. You come out around, back, it hooks back around, up over here, and as you cross it here, you see this. It's like a bench with a little covering over it, basically. That looks out over the side of this cliff, and you can see down here. There's a it's covered by this part of the cliff face, but there's a waterfall that's running, and there's water running down over here. And it's sort of like a little bench you can look at the waterfall on.
Okay.
The path leads up around here, and here's her Lala's house. At least what you're assuming is Lala's house. It's the only actual house. The rest of the structures look more like sheds and stuff like that. But it's this, concrete and sheet metal house with like a metal roof. And there's this giant goat in the yard. Sitting on the back of the goat is this like tiny little old, shrinked up, shrivelly old like bag of bones lady with like huge wrinkly bags under her eyes that hang all the way down into her jowls, and she's wearing this like yellow muumuu with like pink flowers on it, and she has her like white hair pulled up in a loosely in the back and then wrapped up in a little bun, and she's just riding on the back of this goat. She doesn't even acknowledge you. And the goat's she doesn't even seem to be paying attention to what's going on. The goat's just like wandering around aimlessly, like eating like leaves off of like the bushes around the house and stuff like that. Yeah, you see there's a fire pit that doesn't have a fire in it right up against her house, and then over here along the edge of the cliff that the house faces, there's a statue that looks out towards the waterfall, And then there's, like I said, a shack, and it looks like around the corner behind her house there's another shack. And then in the back there's a path that leads off with. Yeah. What do you guys do?
Who wants to talk to her?
Who's their talking person?
Either of you are actually the talking people because you both have good charisma.
Yeah, so I say, hello, are you Lau Lau?
Oh, you done strategizing on how to talk to an old lady, huh?
We just didn't want to startle you.
That granny's
Startle
metagaming.
me. The only person that's gonna be startled here is you when I tell you I don't have time to talk to you right now. I have an appointment.
An appointment? What sort of
Her eyes are
appointment?
like totally just closed too. It doesn't even look like they're open. She's not looking at you. And the goat is just like wandering randomly while you guys are trying to talk to it. You're actually having to like walk and follow the goat as it like grazes.
What did you want to talk to me about? No, don't trick me.
We were hoping you could help
I
us.
told
find-
you I'm busy. You're just gonna have to wait.
And as she says that, her head does turn a little bit, and then back in the direction from where you guys came. Shh, just listen. You head back in the direction from where you guys came, and you see the golden gibbon school teacher wearing round glasses walking up, and he's got a book in his hand and he's walking up, and he's sort of timidly he seems like shocked that you guys are up here too.
She says, Rue, is that you?
She says, he mumbles timidly, yes, Lau, it's me. I'm here for our weekly lesson, but it looks like you have company. I'll just go. And he starts to leave. She says,
No, child. Come back here. These nice folks can just wait. We had a prearranged agreement. You need to take your duties much more seriously, Rue. And he says, I know, I'm sorry. She says, come along this way. And she starts riding out into the middle of the yard. He goes following her. She looks back over her shoulder and says, Actually, you all may be of use anyways. She says, come on, follow me.
She leads you all into the center of her yard, and she tells you guys all to stand there in the center. She says,
So, Rue, do you remember you remember our lessons from last week?
He says, yes, Ate, I've been studying it very, very, very closely. It doesn't all make sense to me. There's a lot.
She says, I know, my child, but the knowledge will come to you in time. And the best way to learn, though, is with experience.
He says, what do you mean?
She says, well, even with our mistakes, we can learn. In fact, the only way to learn is usually by making mistakes.
He says that sounds right. I can't really argue with that. And the goat wanders over to the shed across the way from her house, and she's probably like, I don't know, like 30 feet away from you now, and she's still talking to you guys. And you can see in front of the shed, there's like a sack, and it looks like it's filled up with rice on the top, and the goat with its mouth just like grabs the edge of the sack and like tips the bag over, and the rice spills out of it. As the rice spills out of it, you see it doesn't just stop it spilling out of it. It starts spreading out and rolling out on the ground towards you guys until there's grains of rice surrounding all around you guys, all around your feet, in like sort of a circle all around you.
I say, what is this sorcery?
She says, sorcery? This is no sorcery.
Wizardry.
Cleric.
Then. I say, wizardry then.
Wrong. Again. This is druidry.
And then you see the grains of rice start vibrating on the ground, and they start floating up off the ground and spinning around you faster and faster and faster until you guys are in a whirlwind. A whirlwind of grains of rice are spinning around you. You guys need to roll initiative.
Oh, I fucking knew it. Oh, who rolls?
You roll.
I roll?
Oh wait, who has the plus?
We
the
all
high-
have the highest.
No, I mean who had?
We're
like,
equal.
Or
She had the highest.
then Allie should roll.
Yeah, Allie had the highest.
What am I supposed to roll?
D20
20. We add
plus
2.
2.
And then
'Cause we
each
suck.
roll
So 13.
to determine our normal.
Nope, she's fastest. You're second. I'm third. That's how it
Oh,
always
okay,
goes.
so it's just how it goes. That's right.
Okay, so yeah, here's her house.
Alright.
There's a trough over here, a water trough that you assume is for the goat. There's like foliage all over here. See, here's where the bench is, and more foliage, blah blah blah. There's a little campfire. And this is the shed that she's standing by. She's like right over here with the goat. And this was the sack tipped over, and the grains of sand came out and are all around your guys' feet right here. And there's a whirlwind swirling around you.
Yeah, I don't like it. I'm trying to relax. You know what my AC is now? 13.
Okay, so what was the initiative?
13.
You guys are gonna go first. After I finish this, resolving what's happening right now. Like I said, the grains of rice are swirling all around you, scratching at your skin. It's almost like you're in the middle of like a sandstorm, but it's like even worse because it's like the size of grains of rice. And it's even worse because the grains of rice are actively trying to like claw their way into your mouths and eyes and ears, like into your body, it seems, and choke you to death. It's like you're in the middle of like a bunch of people like blasting you with sand blasts and blasting hoses.
Zapped up, bro.
Here.
Nanny Lala's butthole.
Alright, so each of you need to make a DC 13 strength saving throw for me.
So D20 plus your strength mod. No athletics or anything. Just mods. Or I mean, never mind. Saving throws. Yeah.
Strength saving throw.
20.
14.
15.
Okay. Yes.
Beautiful life. Oh, oh. It's a beautiful life. That's what this song reminds me of.
You each take 10 bludgeoning damage.
What?
And you can feel you're trying to struggle as the whirlwind is buffeting against you, trying to knock you off your feet and fling you around. But you guys are all able to stand your ground.
We take a D10? So, or
No, 10.
10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, 10 points of damage. Okay.
And now it is your guys' turn.
I don't understand what we're supposed to be attacking.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
Sorry, I'll throw it up here. Yeah, as
Is
your
it the
guys'
gibbon?
As your guys' turn, no. Even Rue is also standing there, being buffeted. He took damage as well.
So it is that low.
Is he wearing like just normal clothes? Like
As
his
the whirlwind of grains start to coalesce, and they form into a mound in the middle of you guys, towering above you like 15 feet in the air, is a giant pile of morphing, shifting grains of sand with a face laughing in the middle of it,
What a jerk.
whipping rice arms around.
What a ricey jerk.
Rue's like, holy shit, what is this? You didn't tell me we was gonna fight today. She said. She laughs. You fight every day of your life, child.
true words. Let's see.
Alright, I'm gonna have to grab the timer when Phil gets back.
Timer.
So we're fighting the summoned sand creature.
Rice
Rice.
monster. Kiko Man.
Kiko Man?
I don't know what the name
So
of it
there's
is.
a 1 minute timer, a 3 minute timer, and a 5 minute timer. You guys have, so at the start of your turn, you guys have 1 minute to discuss what you want to do, and you have a total of 3 minutes to announce and end your guys' turn.
Alright.
Ready?
No.
Alright.
Okay, so what are we gonna do?
Who wants to go first?
I
I'm gonna fly away in Eldritch Blast. But in whatever order we're doing this. So, I don't know what you guys want to do.
I pull out my longsword. You guys can actually jump ahead of me because you guys are both actually technically faster than me. If you are like, no, my turn's first. But I'm going to attack it with my longsword and cast a Searing Smite.
Okay. What's your to hit? And this thing is filling that 20 by 20 foot square that in the middle of you guys, like, there's just a giant
Big and
moving-
swirly. Alright, I use a bonus action to, and my sword glows red hot, flames flicking off of it. And I attack with my longsword against the monster, the rice monster. Does a 21 hit versus AC?
21 versus AC does hit.
He's going to take 5. Let's see. 5 points of slashing damage and 4 points of fire damage. And he needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, wait, how much slashing?
5.
Okay, and how much?
4 fire.
4 fire.
He needs to make a Constitution saving throw or catch fire. DC 16.
What was the DC?
16. Or 17. I think it's 16. No, 15. Boy.
DC
It's
15?
creature.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
keep it. So he does not catch on fire?
Correct.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna fly. Is there any difficulty in that?
No.
Okay.
Alright, well, I mean, you're going to get an opportunity attack. You're
Yeah.
flying out of his reach.
Um,
He's trying to flap up away, and he tries to slap out at you with the tendril of rice. Does a 22 hit?
yeah.
Okay. Not 22. I'm sorry. A 14.
No.
14 misses.
Alright, fly up 30
Yeah.
feet. And, first attack. Does a 24 versus AC hit?
24 versus AC does hit.
It's 8 points of damage, and then
8 points of force damage.
yes. And then does a 10 versus AC hit.
No.
Alright, and it's pushed that way. 10 feet.
Onto the gibbon. Oh no, this way. East.
I was imagining I was in south of it, I guess,
Oh, okay.
bottom, so I imagined it would go up.
Like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then yours?
Uh-huh.
Or did you want to do?
+5. No, it's not.
That's crazy that repelling glass doesn't have a size.
Magic, dude.
Any creature.
First instinct. You guys stand there and you see
Cast a spell.
her hesitating, bouncing back and forth on her heels, the balls of her feet.
Get with your sword. I don't know.
Or yeah, just a regular attack
yeah,
it with
so
green flame blade.
I attack him with my rapier and then use green flame blade.
Sure. Give me an attack
tight.
roll. So you're gonna move closer to him. You have your rapier. What, right here, or you want to be under Phil still? I mean, under Raiju still.
Because he's flying.
Yeah. You want to move?
Move closer.
Okay. Yeah. This is.
Yeah.
You were here. There. Is that fine?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. And then give me an attack roll. Versus AC.
D20.
Yep.
The D20, and then add your what it says next to the rapier.
16 plus 8.
Hits.
And
Wait,
then-
wait.
Yep.
24, right?
And then D8 plus 6.
Yep.
Oh.
That's the double pyramid.
Damn, +6 tight.
And then
10.
your green flame blade damage,
So
which
that's-
is
Oh yeah.
10
so the
slash
green
6.
flame blade is-
Oh wait, that only leaps, right?
Yeah, but they take fire damage too.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
he'll still take a D8 of fire damage as well.
Oh, it's D8.
A D8?
Yeah.
I thought it was a D6.
No, it's a D8.
7 fire damage.
And
Nice.
then it also transfers to a different creature.
But there aren't other creatures.
Okay.
Okay. So, you guys gonna move? Do anything else in your turn?
In turn.
I
Okay.
step up to the dude too.
You move
Can I do
closer.
that?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
haven't used any move yet.
It's weird that we can break up like that.
Mm-hmm. Is there any other movement? Is this where your guys' current position is fine?
I
What
wanna
about
go
flanking?
I was gonna
I
say,
hit him.
I want to go around. Well,
Oh, is it a
doesn't count.
physical attack?
But
You
you
were here.
attacked him. From- and I- so did I, so I'm gonna go around him if I can.
5, 6. At most, I think you can get like here.
That's fine.
Yeah. I would say that counts as flanking because he's large. Alright. He's going to whirlwind again.
Ugh.
And his grains start flying around erratically, and you guys are engulfed in the whirlwind of rice once again. I'm going to need, I believe, strength saving throws.
How high up does that
Pelting
go?
my shield.
What's that?
How high up does that go?
Within his 20 by 20 foot cube, so you should be out of it probably.
Okay.
Son of a bitch. Alright, D20 plus strength. What have I got? Plus 4.
So is it 5 plus 2?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So 7.
That's full damage. Full
9.
damage to knock you guys out before we even really get
Mom
started.
said
on
knock
it.
you out. No, I'm okay.
I guess
I'm
you
not
have a lot more
great
HPs
shape.
than I do. Both of you have a lot more HPs. 10 was
Allie's got more than me.
a huge chunk of my hit points.
Oh, did Rue make it? Let's see. You both take 9 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. It's still at the mercy of the dice.
Thank goodness.
No, I'm sorry, 4 bludgeoning damage. And then Rue
Oh,
fails
snap.
hers. I mean his.
Versus.
You need a
Oh,
pencil?
look at my pen. I just literally.
I have it, I'm sorry.
Okay, well, there you go.
Is there another writing utensil in that box back there?
If not, I'll go grab my bag of pencils.
Old
here,
popcorn.
I'm gonna go grab my mechanicals.
Is there even lead on it?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
enough to write.
Okay.
So I'm supposed to track down my hit points, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are getting buffeted, hella buffeted, and you actually are like pushed. 20. Each of you are flung in different directions as the whirlwind tumbles you on your feet. You slide over. He's out of it. Rue's not though. And blows you guys around the battlefield. And that's gonna be the end of his turn. As he coalesces, the whirlwind coalesces back together, and there's the rice element standing in the middle, laughing at you.
I need to concentrate.
You better. You're right. Certainly do. I'm gonna murder you guys.
I fail. So my sword's no longer spicy. It goes back to regular.
Mm-hmm.
That makes me so fucking mad.
Yes.
Fuck you, Craig.
Loser.
I even have advantage.
Which way should I blast him?
Off the cliff.
Obviously. Come on. There's a cliff. I got shove. Special shove action.
Oh, it's our turn now. Or
Yeah.
is Gibbon fella?
No, that was in. Okay, yeah. So it's your guys' turns again.
Alright, I'm gonna fly to that side.
How far?
Just on the no, I mean like, where I'm just to the directly to the right of him. And pop off some more blasties.
Still at the same height?
Yeah. Pop off some more blasties. Hopefully. Oh, you should probably, whoever's on the left, move out of the way.
Okay, I move out of the way.
Where's the dog? It's in here. If the mouse is in there, you guys can move it too.
Biff?
Oh, yeah.
Where do you want to move?
To the lower left. Like right, like...
Here?
Well, you don't want to run at it.
Closer?
Yeah.
Is that good?
Sure.
Alright. And pop off some blasts. Let's hope I hit.
As you do... Yeah, go ahead.
18 on the first one.
Mm-hmm.
That hits.
Hits.
Okay, it's 11. Dang, and 10 on the second one.
Miss.
So 11 damage and 10 feet.
11 and 10.
Alright, come on guys, let's get this thing off the cliff.
You move over and you angle down. You shoot two blasts. One goes through him. His like body forms around to not get hit by it. But the second one, or the first one, blasted him, and he got his entire form sort of like the big mass of it, the like main mass of it, got pushed backwards, and it roars at you. Rue, you see all over his body, his fur starts matting together, and it starts forming this like into it starts looking like wood. And I almost assume it looks like he's wearing wooden armor all over his body. And you
Metagaming, bark skin.
He's moving his fingers and he's whispering something with his mouth, and he reaches his hand out like that, and a wooden quarterstaff appears in his hand. And he spins it, slams it on the ground.
Metagaming, shillelagh.
You guys are running out of your turn.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
you guys do
attack it
this.
with my rapier and use mobile flourish.
Okay.
That's what I have to do.
You move up close enough to hit it, and then what does mobile flourish say?
You can expend one use of your bardic inspiration to cause the weapon to deal extra damage to the target you hit. The damage equals the number you roll on the bardic inspiration die. You can also push the target up to 5 feet away from you, plus the number of feet equal to the number you roll on that die. You can then immediately use your reaction to move up to your walking speed to an unoccupied space within 5 feet of the target.
Okay, so that's an attack plus a D8 of damage, and then you can move.
And then
Is
I
that what
can
that was?
shove it
Okay.
5 feet.
Oh.
And
plus-
you'll want to shove it left.
Sure. Yeah,
Further
shove it
towards the
5
cliff?
feet plus a number of feet equal to the number you roll on that
What if
die.
he can fly?
Okay, so you need to attack and see if it hits, though? Is that what it says?
Yeah, so 20, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's not good. So 3 plus what?
Though you have advantage right now, so you can roll twice and see, pick the higher number when you better.
12 plus 8, so it's 20. Is that right?
Yep.
And then damage would be 12.
Mm-hmm. And then
Bardic Inspiration.
Bardic Inspiration dice worth of damage.
Which, so what do I roll for
I
that?
think your Bardic Inspiration die is 6 right now.
So what is it?
So, yeah.
This one?
Mm-hmm.
So 5?
5. So how much is that altogether?
7.
12.
It was 7 plus 5, and then.
No, I thought it was 12.
Okay.
'Cause
Yeah.
it's 6 plus 6 plus
Yeah.
5, right?
17.
So 17.
17 slashing.
And then I can shove it 5 feet plus 5. So 10 feet.
Yeah, just shove the fuck out of this thing. It's crazy. I'm even trying to imagine what you did even. You sort of, I'm imagining you like swinging and like spinning and sort of like, I don't know, in a weird way, like
Encroaching on it.
Yeah,
makes
It's like whipping the rice.
yeah, you're like,
you're moving it on. It's like whoa.
and it's like having to back up backwards. Sure. And then you're allowed to move at the end of it.
And then I can move like 5 feet away. Or like 5 feet towards it.
So you'd want to move 5 feet away, and it would
Probably.
take the. Does that not provoke the opportunity attack because it's part of the. Got it or no?
Let me look it up.
We're out of turn. We lose.
Yep.
I'm going to cast a spiritual weapon.
Yep.
A floating shield appears on the monster's middle right side,
Okay.
and attempts to bash it.
Oh, I see. Down. Right.
Let's see if it hits.
Spaghetti. No,
7.
no scratching.
26 hit.
26 versus AC hits.
He's going to take 7 points of force damage.
Is your spiritual weapon like a being summoned and attacking him?
Yes.
How much was damage?
7.
7.
And I'm going to move down next to it, like I'm one north of. Let's see. I can only move to here because I already used 25 feet of movement. And I'm going to attempt to shove the creature. Foregoing my attack and an attempt to shove. I don't know exactly how it works, but I'll roll and see what happens. Plus strength mod, right? Or athletics.
So it's doing an opposed athletics check right now, or acrobatics, right?
I think. Cast guidance on myself.
No, it isn't that much better.
Well, I rolled a 10.
He rolled a 5.
So he's shoved 5 feet more towards the cliff.
Mm-hmm. And with your mobile flourish, we did it all exactly right, but you don't move away. You can basically just pick a different side to be on. But you have to be within 5 feet still.
Oh, I see.
Oh, you get some free
Well, I
movement.
wouldn't be
out
right
of it.
there.
Okay, it roars as this spiritual weapon knocks it back
I
even
did it.
further up against the cliff. Or as you knock it back up even further towards the edge of the cliff.
Well, spiritual weapon's its own separate little deal. It looks like St. Par.
A little one? Sure. Just sort of like whacking it.
Little dude. Yep.
Okay. The rice monster roars, and and slaps at you guys. Let's see. He's gonna freaking attack each of you once. Or at least you two.
Oh, yeah.
So versus Aldaroon does a 11, doesn't hit.
Thank goodness.
And versus Belcali, fuck, these dice are loving you guys tonight. A 13. Does that hit your AC?
No.
Okay, so two big old giant tendrils of rice come slapping. You guys duck underneath.
Do you
and
want a strawberry?
do a little flip or whatever.
Oh, I just need a few.
And then
raw food.
the rice. So a stream of rice shoots out of the middle of the creature, moving in between you guys, and coming back over here. Moving right there, coming back in the middle of you guys.
Oh, he was able to, like, teleport type rice teleport thing?
What?
I mean, that's just he was just
Moving.
moving basically, yeah. But he can fit through like he can
Small spaces.
Yeah, he can stretch himself out into single grains of rice. Just a long string of single grains of rice.
So he moved through my spiritual weapon?
Or around it.
Yeah, I mean just around it basically. He can be
Oh,
in this.
yeah,
He can
that's
occupy
right,
any
that's
of the
right.
squares that you guys are in.
Okay. My spiritual weapon is currently inside of it.
So that's the end of his turn.
Alright. Alright. I'm gonna get to blasting again. Do you guys need to move at all?
Gru's gonna step back. He's about to reach back up and whack at the thing, and then you hear Lao scream, "Remember your teachings, child!" And he starts thinking, he's like, "Teachings? All we learned about last week was as there's this fucking rice monster like flailing around you. So you see he's like thinking to himself, he's like, maybe there's some sort of way we can use elements against him. Remember, I just can't. I don't know how that would help here though."
Puffy rice with water!
He starts thinking about it. You see a weird, strange look on his face. So what do you attack?
Oh, yeah, okay. 20 versus AC.
Hits.
It's 11 points of force damage. And then a 16 versus AC.
16 hits.
It's another 13 points of force damage.
Damn.
Right?
20 feet.
20 feet is so far.
It is.
It doesn't even get a saving throw. It's nasty.
It's nasty. It's sick.
It's insane.
Yeah, and on top of it, there's no size requirement, so you can do it to anything.
Mm-hmm. Is that it? You guys are done with your turn?
Yeah, what are you guys doing?
Oh, bonus action. My spiritual weapon attacks again.
Okay.
Nice.
20 total versus AC.
20 hits.
He takes 5 force damage. And I'm going to attempt to shove it again. 23.
You beat it. Push the hulking mass further back. It's right on the edge of the cliff.
I move in next to it.
Okay.
I guess my thing already attacked. Can I make it move too?
Yeah.
As a
I mean-
bonus action, I can have it attack and move.
Didn't you? What did you use your bonus action for? Didn't you say you used your bonus
Move the
action?
weapon up to 20 feet and attack
Right.
with it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying I did it.
Attack and then you
Already.
can move.
Yeah, you can attack and move. You can do it in any order you want.
Okay.
And break it up the same.
Is it within 15 feet of me?
It's right. You're right next to it still.
Okay, so I cast Thunder Wave.
Okay.
Die.
What does that do?
So, a wave of thunder's force sweeps out from you. Each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes 2d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away from you. On a successful save, the creature takes half as much damage and isn't pushed.
What was the DC?
Your spell save DC should be on your
Second
magic
page,
sheet,
yep.
basically.
16.
Solid.
15. It failed.
So full damage. So
How much?
2d8.
Yeah, how much
So
damage?
2d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away.
Nice.
How much damage is it?
That's just oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So 8. Nice.
And roll again.
Yep.
Mhm.
7. Solid.
9 or no, 15
15.
altogether?
Yes.
And push 10 feet back.
Yes.
10 feet?
Yep.
It's still got a leg.
It's like
It's like turned into this like tall tower kind of and spread itself thin, and it's right up against the thing. It's sort of like wobbling. Rue moves over here by you guys.
Yeah, what the fuck is Rue doing?
He's like hesitating and
He's not
confused.
doing anything.
So yeah, he's gonna shape some water, or he's gonna create some water, and I can shape it.
It's like, I don't know how to shape water, and he just swings his quarterstaff at it. So what are you talking about? We can't just throw water on it, and he... Uh-oh.
Why not?
He says because that won't... That's not how the elements work. You can't beat one element with just one other element. You have to beat it with two elements combined. And his miss totally, and it like dives back, and he misses it. Yeah, because he sucks. The thing. He actually moved.
Still my turn?
Moved right here. Do you have anything else?
I just wanted to move a little bit more.
Sure.
I want to get up on his ass.
Sure. He moves a little bit back up onto the...
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that he can just
Yeah.
swirl around.
And he actually does start swirling around again. He can get all of you. Yeah, there we
Son of a bitch.
go. And starts whirling around you again. Sam rice blasting the shit out of you guys. Strength saving throws, please.
+4. 10.
Fail.
11.
Okay, all fails for you guys. Good job.
Uh-oh.
What are you doing?
13 bludgeoning damage.
13 bludgeon.
And you all are also flung in random directions.
Oh god.
Make an acrobatics check.
Oh my shit, damn.
At least you get your dex, right?
What dex?
Oh, yeah.
+0, Phil.
16 plus, so 16 plus in my skills.
It's your, acrobatics.
Yeah.
plus-
So I have 27.
Nice.
12.
You didn't need to do one because he didn't quite get you off the cliff with his shove, but he flung you right to the edge of the cliff. How much was it? 12?
12.
Okay, you are able. You're right up against the edge too. You didn't fall off. So
Plus
you
I'm
don't have
not
to
wearing my
grab.
plate right
Otherwise,
now.
it'd be a 15 DC to grab, buddy. You're like whoa, and you get your balance back. You're standing right there on the edge. And the whirlwind's still spinning around. You guys are all standing on either side of it. It's really loud. It's like deafening you guys. And you hear Lala scream like over the roar of it. Remember your lessons, child. And he says, I think you're right. We need to like steam rice. If we change its composition somehow, we could change it. But
we'd need to combine the water with the heat, with fire, elemental fire.
I don't know any fire spells.
What?
Firebolt what?
Like with the green flame blade one?
You guys better figure it out because it's your turn.
I don't. Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna use another spell slot. Oh,
Ruler's
no, I'm not,
Strike.
because that's for concentration, so never mind.
Rue's like, I don't have any water spells, but there's a trough of water over there, and he points over there to the goat's trough of water.
We're supposed to do with that.
I move away from the cliff and up to the top of the monster.
Oh, where is
And-
I
And he says, and he points over to the fire pit, and he's like, there's still some smoldering coals in that fire pit. I don't know what that means, but I'm just spitballing. I don't know.
So basically what you're saying is we've been shoving it the wrong way this whole time.
Wait, that's the fire pit down there?
Yeah.
So we need to shove it into the fire pit and pour water on it? Is that what?
That's
He
what
says,
he's
I
saying.
don't know. That's not what I don't know. I'm just saying, if you guys want to...
Or we could just beat its ass. But what's your name again?
Raju.
Raiju. Push it towards one of the two.
He's like, if we could find a way to combine them together,
Do what?
that the way you cook and change rice from one form to the other is by steaming it.
Oh, okay. So we need to make fire, put the trough of water to boil it, and push the monster into it.
Yeah, baby.
What is the trough made out of?
Did you get him?
Yeah, what's the trough made out
It's
of?
just wood. It's a wood trough.
So we light it on
You see
fire.
Bruce scratching his head, and
I
he's
can't
like,
heat metal.
I think it's not that crazy. I think if we just get it wet and then also get it hot, it should just work.
Okay.
Well
then,
We don't have to boil a pot of water. What do
I
you?
pull
This
out
isn't
my
cooking
wang and
class.
start peeing on it. No, I'm just kidding.
I got it.
Good job. Hey, give me a high five.
Okay, well,
I got it for my water power.
that's not gonna be long enough.
I didn't now make a fire again. Well, I beat her for my water.
Does anybody
To
have...
make it easier for you, wow! As a shining light flies out from my hand and strikes this dude. Guiding bolt.
I got it. I'm flying. It's flying. I got it. I got it. I got the white fire, Mom.
Okay, good job.
I got the white fire.
Just an attack roll. That's what I really need to know. Good job, Jan.
Wait, okay, wait.
Not yet.
Range spell attack. All right.
Not yet.
Where's AC?
Yep. It's
Not yet. Not yet.
4d6. My goodness.
It's not yet. It's not yet.
Miss with a
Wait,
9.
with prestidigitation, I can light a campfire. And I
Not
can
yet.
also warm
Not
a
yet.
cubic foot of non-living
It's not
material
yet,
for an
guys.
hour.
You also just have Brain Flame Blade, which does fire damage.
Right.
Okay, well, you guys
I missed
are
with the
just...
guiding bolt, and I'm going to attack with my spiritual weapon.
Not yet. Not yet.
Nice.
Not
23.
yet, guys.
23 hits.
Not
7
yet.
points. Force
Not
damage.
yet.
I moved 60 feet, or no, sorry, 30 feet forward
Not yet.
Okay.
Not
Towards the
yet.
creature. to...
Pick up your
Not
point.
yet. Not yet, guys.
I'm supposed to light.
So I'm right there,
Not yet.
and I'm going to do my 2 blasts.
Not yet.
You say that out loud.
Not
Rue's like,
yet.
I mean, it'd have to be wet first, probably.
So we have to pour the water
I'm pushing
on
it
first?
towards the trough,
Okay.
is what I yell out. With a 20.
20 hits.
12 points.
12 points of force.
Force damage, and then a 13 versus AC.
13 versus AC hits.
Dang.
Oh no, I mean 13
Okay,
misses.
that's
Sorry.
it. So 10 feet
Okay.
to the right.
1, 2. Some force pulse rays shoot out. Push
Lure it
backwards.
towards the water. Guys.
So we're trying to shove it towards the water.
Yeah, trying to get it wet, so.
So we can heat it up.
And then I can cast Firebolt.
is 2d10.
You
Okay, so I
Roof
sound like cat
is
meat,
swinging
Phil.
at it with,
I smell like
with
cat
his
food.
quarterstaff as it's gotten closer to him.
You sound like cat meat.
Oh, I sound like a cat.
Said, you're the jerk. You didn't even know how to beat this thing. You
Yeah.
guys couldn't even push it off the cliff.
Yeah.
neither could you though. At
Right,
all.
I'm sorry.
Literally.
I'm just so awful at this. I don't know how I'm going to do this.
Hey
Freaking
guys,
out.
I felt cool.
He missed also.
What thing? I make
What a
a
jump.
hamburger. What? I make a hamburger.
So
I'm
I'm
going
going to attack it with my rapier again and use mobile flourish again.
Okay. Give me the attack. BAC.
Oh, that's not good. Wait, so it's 3
You have advantage right now because
So I
you're on
get
the other
rolling
side
in.
with Rue. Oh no, Rue hadn't hit him.
No, so
Either way.
I didn't
it
hit
was
him either.
exactly the same.
Yeah.
So 3 plus what? Plus 8, so 11.
Miss.
It misses. Oh, great. That's perfect.
Is it your turn? Anybody else gonna move or do
I
anything?
used my whole turn already.
Yeah, I used my
Rue is
turn.
like, you see there are tears in his eyes, and he's still just like flailing wildly at the
Wait.
the rice.
So I have extra attack, so I can attack again.
If you do a normal attack, with no
Flourish
mobile,
works?
yeah,
I
with
mean-
mobile flourish it works. Yeah, you can do a
Right.
second
You just
attack.
can't
So I
do
can
great
attack again.
flame blade.
Yeah, you can attack again. Go ahead. Get your second attack. And you could do your other flourish and spend
okay,
your
so
other.
that's-
You can do the flourish. It's
No,
only
Dad.
once per
I
turn.
think it's once per
Stop,
turn.
Daddy.
Okay, don't touch it, babe.
So that's 27
27 hits.
plus
It's that guy's done.
Put it down. Don't touch it, okay, please?
13 damage.
13.
And
Slashing.
then
Should be piercing.
Is it piercing or slashing?
Slap. I don't know.
It says
The
it next to the
rapier.
number.
Slashing. And then the damage equals the number. So plus that again.
Plus 7 again?
Plus 13 again.
Okay.
Right? Wait, no. So wait, does that have to be the number on the die?
What are we talking about right now? For mobile flourish?
Yeah, the damage equals the number you roll on the bardic inspiration die.
Yeah, so you just do a regular attack and you do regular damage, but then you get to also roll your bardic inspiration die to add extra damage.
So this one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
5.
18.
And then I can also shove it 5 plus 5, so 10 feet.
10 feet.
Bye, guys.
Which way?
Into the trough. The right.
Towards the top. And you guys.
Swirling right on top of the poor.
You
Yeah,
guys,
he's like,
Or you should move.
Freaking rude.
it's like coughing it up. It's like
Yeah, so
neck.
Bye,
I
Jancy,
move, I
later.
move 2 to the right.
Yeah, you
towards
get to move back to within. You have to be within 5 feet of it. Yeah.
Jimmy, I Foxy.
Okay.
But you can move to any space, so you could even move here if you wanted to with mobile flourish.
Why would I? No, I
I
don't
know
want
you
to.
can.
I know.
No, it's up to your speed, I believe.
Okay.
Okay. Then you end of your guys' turn.
Yeah, I guess.
That's all I can do.
Okay. It is going to slap at. How? Raiju's still hella far away. There's Rue inside of it. Rue's gonna get hit once, and it looks like Belcali's gonna get hit second. So Rue, BAC, gets hit. And then versus Belcali. Also, that's gonna be 25.
Yes, it's gonna hit.
Yeah.
Okay. And that is. Damage on Belcali
Damn.
as it lands a fucking hefty blow right on top of you, and then it was 9 damage to Rue. How fucked up is Rue looking?
Wait, how much damage did you say?
20.
23, yeah.
So I'm like dead, right?
You at 0?
No, what's your total HP?
I don't know.
Your total was 65. How much damage have you taken altogether?
19, 32, 23,
55.
55.
They're
So
10
they're
HP.
10 HP then.
Yeah. Rue is also looking similarly messed up to you. He's like, ow, that hurt a lot. And he's like kind of choking. He's like in neck deep in the creature. That's the end of his turn. Now it's your guys' turn.
Since you have Green Flame Blade, I'm gonna try to get it into the water.
Yeah, you shove it some more.
Yeah, get it.
Actually, Rue moved so he wasn't neck deep in there. He's kind of limping, holding his side. He looks at you and he's like, "You look super strong. Why didn't you just pick up the trough and throw it at it? Like your muscles."
18 versus AC.
That sounds unreasonable to me.
Why?
I don't know why.
Why?
I don't know why.
18 versus AC
Mm-hmm.
hits.
10 points of force damage. Crit fail. Let's try this new table.
So you did 10 points of force damage the first time,
Mm-hmm.
And push 10 feet.
And push.
and then you crit fail, and that was the end of your turn.
Mm-hmm.
So close.
Close enough for me to move in. 5, 10,
Not completely.
15, 20, 25, 30. Next to the trough.
Okay.
Oh, no.
And grab
Can I
it.
lift it backwards?
Kind of like wedge it and just like dump it backwards onto it.
You grab onto it, you reach down, you grab on the edge of the trough, and you sort of like curl backwards and fling it onto it. And the trough and all the water inside of it goes splashing onto the, and soaking all of the rice kernels.
I splashed the trough on
And
it.
roars
What?
at him.
He's
Yeah.
wet, yeah, now we gotta get him on fire.
Steven ran
Oh.
over there and grabbed it and just picked the trough up back over his head and
What about
flung it
Parn's
into
crit? Or what about Riju's crit fail?
His crit failed.
Oh yeah, you crit failed.
On a
Okay,
spell.
but what was the 1 plus
It would have been 8.
8 altogether? That is a crit fail. Tie.
Tie.
Yeah.
Riju.
You get to
Right,
see what
Riju?
Raiju.
Wait, on a
Raiju.
spell?
Raiju.
A crit fail on a spell?
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, juicy.
Juicy.
Roll a d20.
13.
So you were just still flying in the air over there, and you shot once and it hit him and pushed him backward, and you're like, awesome. When you like shot again, and what was it, 13?
Mm-hmm.
No, that's an unlucky number. Your finger sort of sparkles. Like you're shooting out of your jade finger. What finger you were holding on?
Right.
Or wearing on your right, and the second blast sort of like sparkles at the end of it, and you look at it, and then it like pops in your face, and you have the stumble effect. You miss your next action, bonus action, or reaction, whichever comes first. So at your next turn, you're not going to be able to do. Basically, I think it just skips your next turn. You can still get a move.
I can move, yeah, I
You can still
get to move.
Not too bad.
Now
Was my
It's
turn?
your turn, yeah.
it's your turn. Yeah.
And he's wet.
Yeah,
Yep.
Green Flame Blade.
Oh, I have to attack him with my rapier. Oh, wait.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh. Alright. Here it is.
Oh, that's not good. 12?
12
Versus AC.
versus AC misses,
That's butt.
Shit.
but you did. I guess you haven't
Can
hit
I-
him yet, but you did just throw water on him. Yeah, you have advantage. Go ahead, because it just got wet, so it's kind of it definitely
It got
it
hit.
didn't want to get wet right now. So you have a second roll from the advantage.
Nice.
Ooh,
So,
Much better.
25,
hits.
Solid.
and then 9 damage.
9
And
slashing.
then the fire.
And then, yeah,
Plus-
shoot green flame.
Yep, 1d8 of fire damage.
This one?
Mhm.
Yep.
3 fire damage. So your rapier, as you like Zorro spin it, as you're dancing blade master, right? You're like doing crazy Zorro spins and like cool like ballerina dancing while like slashing. And your sword is covered with green flames as you're doing this, and it's glowing, and the flames lick throughout this giant soaked elemental.
Green flames in ham.
And the water and the flames are mixing together, and just steam is rising up off of this elemental. There's just a big cloud of steam steaming out all over you guys. And you hear it roar, but it sounds like deeper and gloopier. It's like
good.
Now it's. Let me see real quick. And it's gonna try and it tries to swing at you guys.
But it's wet.
But it's like gloppy, and you can tell it's like slowed down, and steam's rising up, and it's settling. And I need to see how much damage you've done so far. And let's see.
Decent amount.
Let's add up all the damage you've done. 2 plus 4, that's 6, plus 8, that's 14, plus 5, that's 19, plus 7, that's 18, plus 11, that's 29, plus 8, that's 37, plus 7, that's 44, plus 11, that's 55, plus 13, that's 58, or 68, plus 5, that's 73, plus 11, that's 86, plus 7, that's 93, 90, plus 12, that's 100, and 5, 13, 108, or 18, and then 128. It's total HPs. Past it, and the steam sort of settles around you guys, and what you have left is a giant pile of freshly cooked steamed rice. The sweet smells drifting off of it delight your noses. You hear clapping come from behind you as Lao Lao, not Lao Lao, the goat approaches you guys, the big fat goat. And Lala's just sort of walking, or sitting on the back, clapping, like once again, not looking at any of you guys. Clapping, says,
Good job. Very, very good. I knew you would do it.
As I put the trough back where it should be, where it was before.
The empty trough.
Mm-hmm.
And Goaty goes to drink some water, but there's nothing there. And Rue's coughing, and you can see he's all messed up.
That's
and
all
he's
right, look.
That was too much.
Look, Dad.
Are you trying to kill me, old woman?
Dad,
He says, Child, once you take over from my position, you're gonna have to face a lot worse than this.
Look,
I'll tell you that.
It's
I
done.
pat him on the shoulder, and a
Dad,
healing
it's
light
done, look.
surges through his
Dad,
bod.
it's done, Dad. It's
Here one.
done.
How much is he healed?
It's done, Dad.
Generally, whoever gets it starts
Well,
to do
don't
it,
touch
but
the
I'll do it.
Don't touch the glass part. Just the wood part.
Look, it's done.
Yeah, good job.
It's done.
10.
10.
I don't know.
Yeah. You see him take a big, deep sigh of relief. He says, "I couldn't have done it without you guys. Thank you a lot.
Yeah, we know.
You guys seem all right. When I first saw you coming to town, I didn't think you would be very nice, but maybe I was wrong." He sort of he goes and you see him pick up his book. He says, "I don't care if the lesson's done or not. I'm done for today." Lila's like,
Yes, child, go ahead. Get on out of here.
I was here for 30 seconds. Bye-bye. Maybe a little longer than that, but...
"Sure."
Hey.
So now you guys are standing there with Lao Lao and the goat that she's riding on, and there's a giant steaming pile of rice right next to you, like in front of her house. And she's like, we're gonna have to have someone come and take this down to the village, get out to the people.
Mrs. Lao Lao, we're having a show tonight.
Tomorrow.
Oh no, tomorrow. The rice will be old by then.
They can make fried rice.
Yeah, let's
out
take
of
it down to the people of the town. Are you gonna charge for this? Free din din.
Charge? What are you talking about? What are you blathering about? The performances? I don't care.
Free din din.
What about unicorns?
What?
You got any?
Now we need to get down to the real
goat's
business.
wandering over here to the shed. It sort of goes and like finds a place over here, and, like underneath this tree, just walking away, not even like paying attention to like being courteous to the fact you guys are talking to Lao Lao, obviously.
She says, "Why did you come up here to my yard?"
Because she told us to come up here and ask you about unicorn whereabouts.
She who?
She downtown. The sheriff.
What's the sheriff again?
I was just playing with you. I know the man's name.
She.
Oh, it is she. I forget.
She says she told you to see me. Why? For what? What are you here for?
We're looking for unicorns. We're hoping they have some sort of curative powers.
Unicorns, huh? What would you want with a unicorn?
See if they can help us with their powers.
Help you what?
Cure the ailments of mankind.
Animal kind.
People.
I want to see the source of their magic. Or if they're even not
First-
magical at all.
First sincere sounding answer here. So what, you want to slit its throat and drink its blood so you can live forever, huh?
No.
Sounds like a fairy tale.
We wanted to join our party.
Your party? What do you think this is, a video game or something?
Yes.
No, I don't.
It's a
She's
video
gonna roll
game,
an
Lao Lao.
insight check on you.
On which one?
I don't know, all of you.
I need toys.
A group check.
I made my toys.
I'm not deceiving.
She says that you're not deceiving. She's like, you're not trying to deceive me, but it seems to me like you don't really know why you're going to get deceived.
I really don't.
Which is almost more dangerous. Wandering in, trying to gain arcane benefits from unicorns. You don't even know. You don't know what you can do. What consequences that
Mommy,
might have.
with Barbie.
It doesn't matter anyways.
Mommy,
Jam.
with my Barbie.
In the bathtub.
Because you don't know where the unicorns are at?
No, the white little Barbie.
I
Because
do.
there are no unicorns in the forest down there.
Insight check.
So you say.
Yeah, we all do insights. Which mine is terrible, but I'll roll in.
Maybe that's why Shin told to send us up here. He's like, I don't want to give him the bad news. That's not real.
+1. 12.
14 plus
16.
17.
17. And what was yours?
13.
You don't know. You can't tell. This old lady is enigmatic. She's not even looking at you. She's not even looking at you guys. She's facing the tree right now. That's the way the goat sat. She didn't like turn around to like face you guys again. She's talking to the tree. You guys are like kind of like peeking like over her shoulder, like crowded around her.
She said, yep, no unicorns in that forest.
So I'm gonna do a deception.
I've never even heard of a unicorn before.
That.
And
Maybe
say
a
to her, which forest was there not unicorns in?
What do you mean, which forest?
It's a 17.
What are you trying to say?
Well, she's like, definitely no unicorns in that forest. And I'm like, what forest?
I mean, there's obviously a whole forest around you, but as you guys are coming in, like you guys can see it right now, spread out like below at the base of the mountain. There's a large dense forest.
So maybe we should go that way.
Oh, you're gonna go into the forest, huh? Yeah, you all look like you're real hikers, huh? You go out into forests a lot? You'll be fine in there. You won't get lost or anything. It's not a magical forest. We're full of monsters and hidden devious things and all sorts of ways for silly adventurers to lose their lives.
See, I liked this lady. Now I don't like her as much. She's kind of.
Oh, you don't like me? Why? Because I'm telling you
me.
the truth? You're gonna wander into a forest. What's your survival skill, boy?
+4.
Oh, +4. I'm the +4 Boy Scout, and I go, okay.
I do.
Maybe you won't die, but you'll drag your friends to their certain death, I'm sure. But yeah, Milan, it looked like he's lifted up anything heavier than his balls in years.
Oh, Granny.
Oh, Granny. Okay.
And this little panda baby.
She's not even looking at us.
She's pointing over her shoulders.
Gesturing randomly.
Like sitting on the goat.
While she's doing all that, and then
I'm just saying, I'm trying to warn you. You should thank me.
there doesn't
Don't go into
happen to
that
be
forest
a.
unless you're prepared to handle what's within. What dangers you might find.
But if we
there
don't know
happen to
what
be any,
dangers, how can
cool
we prepare?
rangers in town,
Ranger, huh?
we might employ their services.
I might know one, but I don't know why he'd help you. He hates adventurers.
Why does he hate adventurers?
I don't know. You'd have to ask him.
Who's that?
Oh, you want to meet him?
Yeah.
So we can ask him.
Oh, okay.
You hear a whistle really loudly. And the sun started setting. It's getting towards the evening now, or at least it's later in the day now. And you hear you hear a whistle again. And you hear running up out of in the bushes. There's a, and you look over. You guys look over by the house, and then you hear a bark right behind you. And you try to turn around, and there's this white, like wiry hair, dog. You know, I mean he's big, but he's not like he's not even. He's just a little smaller than little brother. But he's got wiry hair, pointy ears, a short tail. He almost looks like a mutt, kind of, but his wiry hair is all white. And he's got a little pinkish brown nose and little red eyes, like the amber colored eyes. And he barks.
I give a slight growl. I'm trying to not growl.
He looks at you. He goes. He sort of like cocks his head sideways at you. And you hear Lala say,
Roro, these people wanted to meet you.
He barks.
Says, I don't know why. They're the ones who asked. I think they have some foolish notion that they're gonna go wandering through the forest.
And you hear the dog bark again.
She said, I know, it's stupid.
He growls.
Can anybody talk to animals?
No.
Oh, none of you can talk with animals, huh? That'd be really useful if you're going to a forest full of animals, probably, huh? Don't worry, Roro knows common. What do you want to ask him? You can tell him and say whatever you want.
Oh.
He's not stupid. God, you're already insulting.
Don't put
You
words.
just
in
met
my,
him.
Don't put words in my mouth, Granny. I can't remember what your name is right now. Lau Lau. Sorry.
He like cocks his head at you and he sits on his butt.
Can
and
we
he,
find?
looks at you.
Can we find unicorns in there? Row.
He doesn't say anything.
I give him a little goodie. I give him a little ration.
Smells at it. What is it? What is the ration? Just a hardtack biscuit?
Beef.
Salted beef.
Salt.
He like nuzzles it with his nose and sticks his nose up in the air at it.
As I eat it. Looks like it's sausages.
Rose sits there, kind of lays on the ground.
Dog stuff. Well, it understands common, so what can we do for you to help us guide us through the forest?
Yeah, Rhoda looks at you as you say that and sort of looks over at Lao Lao, who's facing away from him, and then barks. And she says,
I guess, you should think about it. It'd be better, I mean, otherwise they're just gonna go in there and all die. They don't.
He barks. She says,
I don't know. They don't say evil. Just hold on.
She looks at you all, and the goat gets up, and it walks over towards you, and she reaches a hand up, and like you have fur, so she just grabs and grabs each of your arms and tries to pinch little pieces of hair off of you guys, and then she balls them up in her hand. And she puts it in her mouth and she starts chewing it up.
God!
You saw when she opened her mouth to put the hair in there that she had a nice set of fresh, clean, pearly white teeth, which surprised you because she's like a wrinkly old bag, and she's chewing it up. And she spits it on the ground, and the goat goes over and licks it up. She says,
"No, they're not evil."
And then the Roro goes, "Ruff, ruff." She says,
"You really should, just to keep an eye on them at least."
He sort of growls. He's like, "Ruff." She says,
"Okay." He says he'll help you.
I try to growl bark the way he just did.
He looks at you and cocks his head. Like, what? He said, "Be real, nigga. Come on."
It's like, yeah, it's like trying to do shit.
You can't even
shitty
speak.
accent.
It's like if you were like your parents were Mexican and you met some real Mexicans and they try to speak to you in Spanish and you're like,
I don't speak Spanish.
yeah, and then you just mimicked them, but you didn't know what you were saying.
Como te llamas?
And it was just like, he's sort of like shaking his head at you.
Como te llamas?
Alright, so should we come back when we're prepared to venture into the forest?
Yeah, because it's getting dark.
Come back where? I have no need for you.
I'm talking to Roro.
You need him.
Oh, you're talking to Roro?
Yeah, where should we meet you, Roro?
He looks at you and he just barks and she says, Lala's like,
He says he'll just follow you. He doesn't have anything better to do, I don't think. He's been crashing in my house for the last couple of weeks.
I'm
going through sort of a,
I'm petting him.
She sort of like, kind of like looks away from him. She's like,
he's going through some stuff.
I want to try to pet him for
he
about...
snipes at your hand.
He doesn't want me to pet him?
He misses.
You're damn right he does. I only have a 13 AC though.
Alright, well I guess he'll kick it with us until after the show, right?
She says he'll usually just do what he wants, but he says he'll follow you.
That's cool.
I think he's more he doesn't want you messing up anything in the woods down there. Those are his woods. That's what he says, right, Roro? Row!
Son of a bitch.
That it?
Yeah, we're heading back.
You don't need me to identify anything? People always ask me to identify anything. No good. I didn't plan on doing it anyways.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys want to head back down?
Yep. That's what I want to do anyway.
Yeah, yeah. Let's go back.
Cool with that.
I give you time to practice for your performance. And eat dinner and
Psh, practice. You don't need practice. You got
Practice?
skill.
Practice.
Ew, are we going to be involved in the performance? Hopefully not. I'm terrible at any sort of related skills like that.
oh, that's
I need more cells for the.
Is it empty? You drink all of it?
I need more.
So we work our way down
Yeah, you guys wander your
through
way
the
back down.
patties and
Boom, 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 boom. And then you're basically back where you were before.
okay.
So there's Rita's.
I'm gonna go
here.
look.
Here's the
I'm
boarding
gonna go
house.
look around for our mule.
Do
Oh yeah, let's search around town
do some
for.
investigation.
Yeah, this will be fun.
Hopefully you're good at it.
No, I'm terrible.
not.
I'm
That's
awful.
why
That's
it'll
why
be-
it'll be fun.
That's what'll be fun.
Yeah, mine's -1.
Nice.
Mine's at least 0. At least, hey, doing good.
All right,
Here we go.
start it off. Yes.
16.
I rolled a 1. It was a-
Nice.
It was a 2 minus 1.
do I get lost in the rice paddy
You
fields?
both are. It was a team check, and as long as 50% of the people in the team make it, it's a success.
Oh, so we have to have alley roll.
It's true. What about Roro?
Can you smell the mule?
And he starts going off down an alleyway.
I follow him.
You follow him?
Yeah, let's go, Roro.
He goes twisting around an alleyway, up in through here, around corners, around up. Goes this way, he doubles back, comes back over
We're
here,
we're trying to find the
comes
mule.
up here, and as you guys
Oh, how much was
come
it?
up some stairs up here to this white building that you see has a big cross next to the door.
Oh.
You see your mule out front, like sort of just eating some grass over here.
Tight. I go up and give him a pet on the.
I guess there's
Neck.
more to it.
I don't know how you pet donkeys.
Yeah, sure.
Good job, Roro. And I go into the temple. Is this a glob temple?
It's a church.
A church?
Oh no! Above
wait.
the door it says Chapel of St. Claude.
Are you
Neon
taking
letters.
the mule inside the church?
No, I just gave him a pet. I was glad to find him. And I tie him up to a tree.
Oh, I'm
nearby.
gonna take him back to
okay.
take him back to the. What you're going to the temple? I'm gonna
Yeah.
take him back to where we left him and actually tie him up. Maybe get him some water and stuff.
Or hope maybe they've got like a.
You saw you didn't see a trough or anything by the boarding house, but
Well, anyways, I'll wander with the mule.
they have water there. You could figure out some way. I'm sure. Just set out a container for him. I don't know. Ask Rogelio for a bucket or something.
Or just ask. I'm gonna ask Rogelio where I can get where there is a trough. Anywhere in town.
So you go back to Rogelio.
Yeah, I'm at the boarding house, and I'm
Right.
like, well, there's nothing I can't really. So hey, Rogelio, I got this mule. He probably wants some water.
He sort of shakes his head. He's like, we don't keep a lot of like horses and things like that here. It's like maybe like you'll see a few pigs and stuff like that, but they don't have like. It's like
Pigs got troughs too, don't they?
right.
Yeah, but they're like in their pens and
Yeah,
stuff.
well, I mean, he's like,
Not like
he's
they
like, it's
walk
not
around
likely
town.
the person's just gonna let you, like,
Leave your mule.
set up your mule at the thing, at
Ah.
their pig trough. Yeah.
I asked him if
What
he
about
has
a
a
bucket? You
bowl,
got a bucket?
bowl or a
Yeah,
bucket.
he has a bucket.
Yeah, I'll take the bucket and I'll
It's a
go
big
to the
5-gallon bucket.
tie him up outside. Go to the shower stalls,
Yeah, there's some faucets next to the shower stalls, not even in the shower stalls.
fill it up,
There's a spigot sticking up out of the ground.
take care of the mule. What are you doing inside the temple?
So you walk into the chapel of St.
Chapel.
Glob, You walk into the doors, and it's just pews. It's white, painted white on the inside, and the pews are painted red. And just like it's 13 pews up to the front. There's a red podium. And sort of a stage behind it. And there's a big cross on the wall. Big red cross.
I just do little, prayer and stuff. Be like, oh yeah, thanks. Yeah, poor St. Glob, my dude. And then I split. Basically just do a little prayer.
Inspiration.
Yeah.
What were you doing? You were I'm assuming you're standing outside with Mitchell. They went chasing after Mitchell to find out where he went because you guys just forgot about him, so he wandered off. They tracked him up here to this church, which Aldrin just went inside and prayed at, and then Raiju took Mitchell back to the boarding house and got him set up with some water and stuff. What were you doing?
Sure, helping with Mitchell.
Okay.
When we get to the boarding house, I'm gonna be like, hey, you should go meet up with Rita and see if she's finished her prep. If she has anything she wants to tell you about tomorrow's show.
Sure.
Oh yeah, you can check out the stage or whatever it's gonna.
Probably another hour for now before the sun's fully set. But so you go down the steps down here to the to Rita's kitchen, and you see she's out like wiping tables and like stacking chairs and stuff like that. And you see the octopus in the back. He's like mopping the floors and stuff. And she says, "Oh, hello, you're back, Belcali. How are you?"
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. You don't look good. She looks you up and down. You're like bruised and covered in like scrapes all over your body. Like your face is all scratched up from the rice sandblasters, and your hair's like everywhere.
We had quite an afternoon, but I'm fine. Better
Okay.
than the rice monster, that's for sure.
Rice monster. Were you with Lau Lau?
We sure were.
She's sneaky. She
You're a
does.
real fucking jerk.
She's always playing around. What? Yes. Can I help you?
I just wanted to see how the preparations for the show tomorrow were going.
Oh yes. Tomorrow there is going to be a celebration. There's a couple who just had their baby today, and we're gonna have a celebration in town square, and we would like you to perform.
Sure, I can do that.
You'll perform for us?
Definitely.
Oh, thank you. God be blessed. Yep. Tomorrow night at can you be there at 6 o'clock?
Sure.
Sounds good. Thank you. And she gives you a little kiss on her cheeks. She says, I bet you're going to be so good. I'm so excited to hear about you. I don't keep up with like young people music anymore, but you know.
How'd you have them out?
Enrique says you're really good, so.
Oh, well, thanks, Enrique. I'm glad you think
You see the octopus in the back sort of stop mopping and give one of his tentacles, two of his tentacles. A little double salute.
Sounds good, we're on.
Okay. She says, okay, I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, bye-bye, Rita.
Bye.
After I get Mitchell situated, I'm gonna wander around looking for She.
For she?
Yeah.
Well, I would assume you first wandered to the last place you saw him?
Yeah, and then, like,
Yeah, back around over here, around the schoolhouse. You saw he went into the shack when you last saw him. That's the shack he stepped out of and the one that he went back into.
yeah, I guess I'll go there.
Go up to it and we'll knock on
Knock
the door.
on the door, yeah.
You knock on the door and you hear some noises inside, and then the door opens and there's a pangolin, but who looks just like she, but is a little bit smaller and sleeker and slimmer looking. He says, yeah, can I help you?
Is she around?
My dad, no, he went to Mao's house. Why do you need him?
Oh, I just was wondering, do you happen to know what, and I point towards this on the map,
What?
pointing towards the houses kind of over here in the distance. Is that a special area town, or
Special area? What do you...
who lives up there? What's up with those houses? Why aren't they next to town?
Says, why are you asking?
I just,
What do you need my dad for?
because he would know.
About what?
Is there anything special about these places?
He looks you up and down. He's like,
We just went to the
"It's
witch's
part of
house,
the town."
and I point the opposite way. I was like, well, the witch was way out here. I was wondering, who lived separate from
You were
town.
just at Lau Lau's house?
Yeah.
I'm not in there.
No, I am. It's just me.
I'm wandering back leisurely.
He's like, he looks at you up and down again, and
It's
he
a
thinks about it.
pleasure.
He
to
says,
meet you.
up there, some people who live here in the village, just normal houses.
Oh. Okay. Should I? I'm gonna roll a terrible insight check. At least this one's a plus. 13.
13, you can tell that he for sure doesn't trust you, and I mean, those people. He may not be lying to you or anything like that, but he's obviously
Okay.
not divulging more information
Not
than that.
telling you the whole truth.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's cool. I'll ask Rita. Have a nice day.
Wait, what's your name?
Raiju Longtail. It's with a couple of other adventurers here in town. Trying to check it out. This seems like the closest place to where our adventure is going to be started out. Just trying to...
Wait, you're an adventurer?
I don't look like normal for the townsfolk, do I?
Well, I mean, I've seen some weirdos before. I wasn't sure. I mean, is this what adventurers always look like?
No. Well, adventurers look like everything. But, I mean, we wear armor.
I don't know. I just thought you'd be buffer or something. I don't know.
You thought he'd look like me as I come in the room.
No armor though.
Yeah, so I'm
Extra
Wait, you
buff.
see my muscles.
Oh, you went back. Oh no. So you're not wearing armor. Okay. That's what he says though. He's like, yeah, but you're not even wearing armor, and he's only wearing, what is that? Leather?
Oh, I was just taking a break from my armor.
Yeah. Okay.
Dope longsword on my hip.
No, I'll admit you got what?
Sweet shield of par.
You are
and
pretty
blob.
buff. All right. I mean, you're pretty buff. There's some
Let me go pause.
sections
Okay, go
that
for
need
it.
some upkeep probably.
Go, will you go help her, Hannah?
Oh.
Why not? Hannah's gonna help you.
Yeah, me. He starts flexing. He's like, hit the gym every day. You guys should train with me sometime. He looks over and he's
I was
like,
going to say, he should train.
he's like, you look like you needed more than he does, buddy. Says you should definitely come too. He says, sorry for being so suspicious earlier too. Yeah, up there lives Mao. He's the local handyman. That's actually where my dad's at right now. I was just kind of suspicious when like a heavily armored person in like light Kevlar comes asking about my dad. You know, I don't know.
Oh, he told us to stop by if we had any questions about town, so I was asking a question.
Okay.
Let's head up there. I'm
Or-
Aldrin, by the way.
Aldrion?
And Raiju Longtail. And we have another cohort wandering around.
Callie?
here.
It's nice to meet you.
No, she's talking to Rita.
Oh no, she's talking
Yeah,
to you.
yeah.
Guys,
But,
Raiju, my name's Joe.
nice to meet you, Joe.
Nice to meet you. I'm Shee's son. It's my dad.
Well, if those just normal carpenter in Mao's house, is there a farm or an old shack further up the terrace?
Hey, it looks like there's some sort of little shack up there.
It's probably got something to do with the farming
Yeah,
stuff,
it might
right?
not be anymore. It doesn't look like a house. Like maybe it looks. It doesn't have any like.
Garden tool shed.
It doesn't have any windows or anything on it, so it's like It's
Creepy.
likely some sort of lake storage. Yeah.
Man, I want to go see if that carpenter needs some help.
Oh yeah, we could go. I mean, she's up there with Mao. We could go to Mao's house.
Because if they need if they got a big chunk of, poopy metal, I could turn it into nails or whatever.
Okay. So you guys do? You guys head up there?
Well, we go by Rita's. It's kind
Is this
of.
place closing? Rita's closing?
Yeah.
Is this like a town that's probably not going to have much of a nightlife?
Yeah, it doesn't have
No, 6 o'clock is
they
probably
learned to
late at night.
they learned to stop serving the local drunks alcohol past past 8 o'clock in the evening, so that you don't just have crazy drunk dudes. Like she's like, we're just not gonna have drinking past 8 o'clock, okay?
Oh, there's food? It's almost sundown.
But as you swing by, you see Belcali walking up the stairs towards the boarding house area. As you swing by the boarding house area, you guys greet each other.
Hey, we're gonna go up to Mao's house where she is at, and on the separate terrace up over yonder.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
See if
That's good.
yeah, so let's.
So you guys are here, and you kind of wind your way on the streets, back around the corners, around up here, up around this way. You come back down the street this way, and there's a stairs along the terrace side up here that comes up to here, and you guys walk along the path that's right here. And there's an old beat down shack right here with a front porch, and there's a path leading from the path to it, and then you see the path diverts actually and comes around this way to this house too. And this is the house that he pointed to and said this was Mouse house. You guys come around the corner here, and you see, it's a big tall 2-story house, and then there's this a garage looking thing. As you get in, you see inside of it, you can see it's full of all sorts of tools and machinery. He's got an entire wall full of all sorts of tools. There's a CNC machine, band cutting saws, all sorts of stuff. He's got a pretty dank workshop here. There's and in between the garage and the house, right outside of the garage, there's a old beat up jalopy truck on center blocks. The hood's popped up.
Crazy.
Nobody outside though.
Is there a door? Front door to the house?
Yeah. So there's a front door to the house right there. You're looking at it.
I go up and knock on it.
You knock on the door, and you wait a second, and you hear someone coming up inside the door, and door creaks open a little bit, and you see a wet black nose and white fur, black fur eyes peek around, but up, real tall. It's peeks around, and it's it doesn't. He doesn't say anything.
Hello, friend. I'm Aldrin.
It's this giant panda standing behind the door, peeking around. He doesn't say anything.
Heard her.
We were looking for she.
Yeah.
Looks over at you. Looks over at you. Looks at you. He looks up and down. He's and he sort of steps back, and someone else walks around to the door, and he says, "Who wants it? Oh, it's you. What are y'all doing here?"
You wanted information about something, right?
Oh, I just wanted to see what was in what's going on in this part of town. Why this part of town is separate from the rest of the part of town. But now that I think about it, and Mount is a carpenter, it's probably because he needs a lot of room to do things.
It's probably loud also.
And your son Joe said you'd be up here.
Yeah, and just come and say hi. We got time to kill before the performance tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Mal looks at you when you says it's loud. It's he does a lot of loud work out here, but he doesn't say anything. He just sort of nods at you. She looks at him and he says, "Come on inside here. Come on in." You guys walk into his house. And he just has a normal house. There's a living room. There's like a dining room and a kitchen. G comes in. He sits down at the table and he's like, "Come on, go ahead, have a seat." Mouth, Big Panda like goes by you guys and goes back into the kitchen. You hear him shuffling around in there. What are you guys doing? He's like, "What did you need me for?"
Well, we were actually seeing if you guys need any help out here. He's works.
Help?
Yeah.
With what?
I don't know. I can turn big chunks of iron into actual, items.
Okay.
In no time flat. If you need any help, just saying.
Just confused about what that even
We got
means.
time to kill.
Okay.
You
Now-
see, there's this thing called magic.
You see Mao the giant panda come back out, and he's got a. It looks like a little tray. It's a normal size tray, but he's like holding it. And he comes over to the table and lays out a tea set, a pitcher of tea, and he starts pouring tea cups and passing them out to you guys. He's like, I don't have anything I need you guys for right now. Honestly, I don't. It's like I know. I'm familiar with adventuring. You know how it goes. You travel around, ask people things you can do. They give you things to do. I don't have anything right now. Mao, you have anything? And you guys look up at Mao, and he sort of shrugs, like shakes his head a little bit. And he's like, I mean, you don't need help building anything, Mao. And he's sort of thinks about it.
What about that machine out there? Talking about the broke
Jalopy.
down.
Oh.
Yeah, the jalopy. Yeah.
The truck? Mao looks at you like puzzled, like what? Like, what could you do?
If you got schematics for parts you need, I could potentially just make them.
Mao thinks about it and sort of shakes his head, and he's like, I mean, he sort of shrugs. It almost seems like the reason that the jalopy's not fixed isn't because he couldn't fix it.
Just it's like a set piece. It's like it's always been there. Kind of.
Yeah, it's just like a project that he just leaved out. He hasn't worked on in a long time, and now it's like funny to him almost. He's sort of shrugging his head and smiles at you.
I drank some tea.
Oh, well.
Well, what can you tell us about this town? Why would someone tell us that we can find unicorns here?
Unicorns? I mean, well, the forest down there is enchanted as hell. It's lousy with all sorts of magical stuff. So I mean, that's just well known around here that we have Shan, the village of Shan, known for their rice and their magical forest that they sit right above. So.
Is it a dangerous magical forest?
I'd say so. I've known more than a couple people have never been seen again after wandering out of that forest. So, but hey, that's it. It's a magical forest. So what are you gonna do? It's useful too. I mean, it's a magical forest. People, adventurers go wandering in there every now and then. You're not the first we've met. Come back out with all sorts of, sweet things that you want to trade for other stuff.
Alright.
So we go in there and get some weird stuff and come back, bring it back, and might get some normal stuff.
I don't know. I just find that when an adventurer comes to town, and they head down into the forest and they come back, their pockets are loaded with much more than they had before. They're less stingy than they were when they first got to town. I'd say a fair bit of our economy, the town's economy, runs off of, skimming off the top of adventurers' earnings.
Okay.
It's a real boon when you guys come to town.
Awesome.
What's the deal with
But
that?
also, you could just destroy our entire town, so we're always sort of.
True. What's the deal with Lala? Why did she try to kill us?
Lala tried to kill you?
She attacked us with a
Basically.
monster.
Attacked you with a monster? What kind of monster?
It was a rice monster.
Yeah, she's been known to do that. What did you guys say something to her?
Not bad. She was like, hold on,
We
this
just wanted
Gibbon
her
needs...
help.
I can't remember what his name
Training.
was.
Yeah,
Training.
Gibbon? Rue?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, I see. I mean, you guys must have, like, interrupted her training with Rue. Yeah, she's... Lala's old. Even for an elf. You know, she's not going to be around much longer. It's her druidic arts that make sure that, you know, good rice harvest coming through every year. We need her. The village needs someone to watch her, that be the guardian of the rice terraces. You know, she's about to retire soon, if you know what I'm saying. She's been training Rue.
Rue's supposed to take over for her?
Yeah. Why you don't? I know what you mean. The boys.
He's kind of a wimp.
The boys. Soft. We'll say soft. Mal sort of. Mal like nods, like not like yeah.
All right. Well, I guess it's getting late. We'll head back to town, or head back to where we're staying.
Oh, okay.
Sorry to interrupt your visit.
Oh no, you're all right. Like I said, love visitors.
Thanks for the hospitality and tea.
Oh. Mal nods at you guys. He's like, maybe I'll see you guys tomorrow. There's gonna be a celebration. A new baby was born.
So we've heard.
New baby was born. That's awesome.
Good. I'm glad. I look forward to seeing you there. And actually, no, never mind. I'll talk to you about it.
Wait, what is it?
I'll talk to you about it tomorrow.
I'm very concerned
I'll
now.
talk to you about it tomorrow.
Yeah, he shoves me.
You just
He
shove-
shoves
Him
me.
and
Yeah.
Mal,
I'm like, wait.
Mal just comes, steps in, and like sumo's
I'm
all
like,
of you
wait,
out.
no.
And they close the door and lock it.
I spend an hour and make the lock go. No. It's made out of crystal.
Mal's also a forge cleric and redoes it backwards. Tug of war.
Alright, yeah, it's getting late.
I'm talking to you guys as we're heading back to the place about how I want to get that vehicle running.
Yeah, you guys can see the stars and moon out.
So if he
You're
goes
up. You're up even higher, so you can even get a better viewpoint. You can see even further out onto the enchanted forest valley below. It looks mysterious. and
our
foreboding.
vehicles are covered
Come here.
You guys decide to head back down to the boarding house?
in pain. Yeah. Call it a night.
Mm-hmm. What is it?
Shake the wagon's tail.
I try to give him a pet again.
Bites at you again.
Slowly, tentatively.
Does 17 versus AC hit?
Yes.
Bites around on your hand.
Ow!
Point and damage.
Jeez. I say, I guess I wouldn't like someone walking up and patting me on the head either. Shit.
Hey, is the thrift store still open?
Ding ding. Yeah, it's around 8. You see Rogelio is still there. He nods, smiles and waves at you. You come in.
I just want to look around. Is it lit enough in there to just look around?
Yeah, it's like just hella. There's all sorts of different weird lamps going up.
Tight. You said this dude looks like a very traditional style.
He looks like the most interesting man in the world, but he's a gnome. Like David the Gnome.
Sure.
The most interesting man in the world cast as David the Gnome in the David the Gnome live action movie.
Gotcha.
It's a beautifully decorated knife glints and catches your eye. Has intricate designs.
I feel like
Gold gilded hilt. It's a little old and tarnished. But
I
you
hold
can
it.
tell in its heyday it used to be quite glorious.
I cast Identify as a ritual.
You cast Identify, and there's this knife used to be quite magical. You can tell, but it also is very old, and whatever magic once was on it has faded completely.
Got it. We gotta cast Rejuvenate. Duh.
Oh, yeah. I cast Luster Restoration on it.
It's healed.
No.
It's no longer paralyzed. It starts dancing around on the table.
So now it's just a nice knife.
Yeah, it's just a nice old knife. Like an antique.
Pretty cool. I'm not really looking for anything particular.
Right next to it is a mannequin head. It stares at you
I
blankly.
don't like it. I turn it around.
It turns its
I'm assuming.
around facing away from you.
What's your name again?
Belcali.
No, that's her name.
Aldrin.
Aldrin. I'm assuming we're following Aldrin.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
I'm gonna do a perception check.
You see a
Wherever it is.
you see a china set. Kinda like the one that Mal served you your tea on. But this one's chipped in multiple places. But it does have silver utensils, but they're tarnished.
It's alright.
I don't know, maybe if we do find some money of sorts, we come back and can get some mundane whatevers.
Steve got like old military supplies.
Yeah, there's all sorts of crazy stuff. I mean, what do you mean
Like
military
canteens.
supplies?
The
Canteen?
carbon goods.
Yeah. You look and he points. He hears you say that. You're like, where? I don't see any canteens. And you hear him scuttle off, and you look back, and he's not at the desk anymore. And then he scuttles back. And you hear some more scuttling. And you see him standing next to you, and he's got like 3 or 4 different canteens. He's holding in his hands. Like,
It's alright. Any of them got a glob cross?
yep, 2 of them.
Either of them green?
One's light green, the other one's silver. And pink.
Silver and pink?
Mm-hmm. Looks like it was like a little girl's one.
How much for this one?
The pink one? He holds
The
up to
green
you?
one.
He laughs. He holds up 2 fingers.
2 fingers?
Mm-hmm.
2 silver.
Not the same.
Alright. You got a deal.
Yeah, Chuck.
I got
He hands you the canteen.
Damn, canteen costs as much as that as a room. Damn.
But you can
What
use a
is that?
canteen forever.
Yep.
Fill it with whatever you want. Use it to pee in.
And then drink.
Until, according to Craig's new durability rules, it breaks. Yeah.
Out of the corner of your eye, you see a glint. There's some circular glasses with green lenses sitting on the shelf. Actually, it's on they're on a shelf, and there's a bunch of different types of glasses, but these ones have green lenses, and 4 of them looks like they're ones that fold. You can fold out. It looks like the smaller ones are like more focused and magnetized,
Huh.
allowing you to look closer at things.
Anybody want one of those?
I don't think I could get any use out of it.
Alright, Beck. I'm picking up some bite eaters. I go grab a pair and check it out.
Yeah, there's green tinted glasses with the extra
They're like
lenses.
circle, like Aussie glasses.
Mm-hmm.
I put them back instantly, realizing as I got closer that I don't like the style.
Yeah, you guys just keep looking around. You see some boots. You see crystal ball.
Man, there's
Yeah.
nothing in here but rice and just chicken. I thought there'd be like
You see a
beef and
cloak.
carrots and shit.
You see a pile of cloaks. You see some books. See some books along at this one shelf.
Onions.
It's full of books.
I will say normally there's a ton of onion.
You see, there's a bunch of mannequin hands all lined up on a table. They have gloves on them.
Oh. I don't need that.
There's a bunch of stacks of paintings in one corner.
Ooh. Do they have dogs playing poker?
Nope, you don't see any dogs playing poker. You see some dogs jousting though.
Ooh, that's even tighter.
You see an area, tables covered in all sorts of different types of cups, drinking utensils.
Any collapsible cups?
Um,
Or like metal?
you're not sure how you'd be able to tell, but then you see some flat things that don't look like cups, and you're like, oh, that must be it. Yeah, and there's a couple. There's some like simple metal collapsible cups.
I pick it up and keep walking around looking at stuff. Not attempting to steal it.
Do you say that out loud?
No. I just mean I'm like I pick it up and no.
Some stack of things that say sketchbooks on the side. There's a bunch of bowls, different types of plates and stuff. Ooh, there's a pipe section.
Oh, yeah. I smoke.
There's a couple. Right off the bat, you see a corncob pipe.
Fancy.
See an old Sherlock, but it's got a little crack in it.
Go with the Sherlock.
Any metal pipes?
Yeah, there's an old freaking steel freaking pipe with the ones that you can open up and put the little picture in. It has the plastic on the outside.
Mm-hmm. The nasty ones that spit in your mouth.
Get super hot and burn you.
Yeah, I'll just make one later, I think, to myself.
There's a pants section.
The what?
Pants section.
Pants.
Oh.
Am I wearing pants?
I don't know, are you? You tell me.
Just studded leather on the top, and that's
And
it.
then naked, waist down.
So are we going? We're just gonna go and rest
Yeah,
until
you go back to your
tomorrow
boarding house.
Yeah.
night.
Mitchell, Braze.
The celebration.
Roa follows you guys up the stairs in your room. He's been following you this whole time.
Who does? Oh, the cup.
Cup.
Roro, the dog.
Oh yeah. Roelia taps you on the butt
Yes.
as you're trying to walk away.
I'm like, how much? Alright, give him another silver.
You guys all head back up to your room.
Yeah.
Roa doesn't go into your room with you.
I'm sure we'll see him in the morning.
You guys all rest. Long rest for the night.
Yeah, I'm gonna sleep on the actual bottom bunk, I guess.
Bottom bunk.
I say that's something sauce. There's only 2 beds?
There's a
Two bunks.
bunk
There's a
bed.
bunk bed and a regular bed.
Oh, okay. I'll take the top bunk. Actually, I mean, I don't really need a bed.
Why?
I mean, they're cool, but it's like I can sleep on the floor.
Used to hard living.
Sleep in the top
Back
bunk.
in the Underdark.
You would prefer to sleep on the floor than on the top bunk?
That's what Tom Hanks did after he came back in Castaway.
Really? Preferred to sleep on the floor because he had to.
He wasn't using
He
that
was
bunk.
yeah.
Guess Allie's
I'll take
grandparents
this,
are like that.
this single.
Jamie, why are you doing that?
You guys sleep soundly through the night. Working by the squawks of birds outside chirping.
Yeah.
The crack of dawn.
I open the window and bark at them. Then I realize it's like people. I'm like, oh no.
Some birds, they don't seem to care what you think. Go figure. Is there anything? Do you have to prepare your spells in the morning?
Only if I want to switch spells.
Okay. Otherwise, you just long rest and then you have your spells rebooted.
Yeah, it takes like 1 minute per spell level. So like, it takes like 10 minutes right now.
What does?
To like fully prepare.
Okay, so to make sure you're ready for spellcasting for the day, it takes 10 minutes after you wake up. And so what, you spend 10 minutes doing that? Doing little prayers and whatnot. Magic preparations.
I think it's all just really just praying to Jafar. From what they were describing in the thing.
Do you have to prepare any of your spells? Like, is there any sort of preparation involved with your spells?
But I only have so many.
Like I said, it's like a little before 7 o'clock in the morning right now. You guys are getting up right now and getting ready and everything. Done? Say you're done.
Like shining up my armor and put it back on.
I take another clothes shower.
30, 40, 50 minutes later.
Oh yeah, shower.
You take a shower?
Yeah.
There, go take a shower.
Get fresh for the day.
You all go take showers, then get
Clean
dressed.
out my creases.
Sit down. We'll say all together, it'll take you guys, what, an hour? Hour 15, 20, 30 minutes maybe?
Sure.
So yeah, it's almost 8 o'clock in the morning. It's just past 8 o'clock in the morning now.
I'm sure Rita's is up and going. She goes get some grub.
Yeah, you go down the stairs, down to the courtyard. Rita's there, doing some spot sweeping. Says, "Oh, hello, good morning. Good morning. Do you want some breakfast? Okay, I'll get you some. Go ahead, sit down. And, the coffee." You hear her yell back.
Yes, please.
1 coffee.
Yeah, coffee.
2
Coffee.
coffee.
Coffee's all
3
around.
coffee. 4 coffee. Roro appears behind you guys.
Cool.
Said, hell yeah.
He's like, if you guys are bad.
She says, decaf, okay. She goes into the back.
What's the point of it?
What?
Decaf.
Here's a
The
dog.
flavor. My white grandma would drink decaf. She's too old to have caffeine, but she still misses coffee.
Fair enough.
Yeah, if it's bad.
Oh
for
yeah,
your
it's
nervous
mostly
system.
old people.
It's like if you just
Sure.
like coffee, but you don't want to get all jacked up.
Well, I've had old people that are even like, do you have decaf tea? I don't want to be up all night. And it's like 6
No, that's
o'clock.
how my Asian grandma is. She can't even have tea.
Don't want to be up all night. No, I can't have tea. I don't
All
wanna
the
be
way,
up all
I'll be
night.
up until 11 o'clock this
Holly
evening.
Blitz, baby. I'm tweaking hard on this tea, baby.
Okay.
Wiggy.
Yeah, you guys sit down. And nobody's even here yet. You guys are the first customers. She comes back out. You hear smell some frying in the back, and she comes back out with another bowl full of some fried rice, garlic fried rice, and then she throws down a platter of eggs with like a bunch of eggs, fried eggs on it, and then she lays down some some little fried sausages, greasy looking little sausages. All charred and crispy.
Yum.
Brings out some waters and your coffees.
Oh, yes.
Puts a little cup of coffee on the ground. Roro's like drinking like that and stuff. She said, "Okay, are you going to be ready tonight?"
Oh yeah, I'm more than ready. I'm excited.
I am excited. What kind of music do you do?
Hannah, You put
I can do all kinds. I can sing. I can rap. Spoken word.
Triple threat. Oh my god.
Xylophone.
True. I can play the xylophone, banjo, saxophone.
Oh, that was the third one you picked.
This
Oh
tastes
my
sweet
god. Rita comes out. She said, "Would you like to try some sour rangoons?"
too. No thanks, Rita.
Okay, you're missing out. She bites one and chews it up.
With her cat teeth.
She has some little sharp cat, like canine cat teeth, but otherwise,
I've seen
looks
the anime.
like
I know what cat people look like.
Oh,
Yeah,
they
I
have the two.
Yeah.
Or hell, that game we're playing now, Nino Kuni. The main character's a cat person.
Says what are you guys going to be up to today, huh?
Oh.
We don't really know yet.
Don't seem like anybody needs any help with anything around here, so
I need help with anything.
enjoying the town, I guess.
Okay. That sounds fine. Just relax, you know. Let me know if I can help you with anything. I have some paperwork to do in the back. Just yell for me. When you see
Okay, go.
when you see her going to the back.
Okay, just go to sleep.
Right.
I'm stopping you.
I think here's where we're gonna put a stop on tonight. Experience.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah?
She's talking to you.
Yeah, you go sleep, okay?
Oh, you have to take me and go sleep.
Okay, you have to wait a second, let me finish.
Inspiration's gone.
Oh, you guys want me to divide up your... No, I'm not even gonna divide it up for you.
Oh.
35.75. You guys gotta split that between...
I'll take it all. You guys can wait till later.
That's including the first... It'd be 45.75.
Me go sleep.
15.25. The level.
So like no experience. Just kidding.
Oh.
God, so little. Jeez.
Yeah, just want the table. Come on, there it is. So 14,000 is what we started out at. 15,525.
15,525.
What's the next level up?
And the next level is at 23,000. So 9,000 is what we've got to get to. So only like 7 more battles
Maybe.
of equal value.
So what was that?
15,575. 525. Yeah. 15,525. Yeah, so I wrote down.
What? Come on, get up.
So you guys are enjoying breakfast at Rita's kitchen. the second day 2 in Shan Village. Belcali Almanzar is supposed to perform tonight at a village celebration.